So, you know,
Yeah.
it depends on how logical the DM is here.
Well, what I suggest is you get a bag of holding, and inside you put a giant 500-pound anvil, and then you drop that on the coyote when you're flying over.
It has to still fit in the mouth of the bag.
It's a big ass bag.
Anyway, we go back to the Cyclopses yet, or we're in the middle of that?
We glossed over that. So I think only Taurus Maximus returned to the Cyclopses because they were in the opposite direction. So while a little bit of downtime was taken in the valley, he took the opportunity to repay his offer of meat.
Yeah, you gave them fucking snake instead.
Don't bag of holdings have like a limit on like cubic space of like how much feet of stuff you can put in it too?
They sure do.
I feel like people like overestimate and they're like, we're gonna put like
Yeah.
10,000 pounds of stuff in it, and then
Several
like
tons of this meat is not going to fit in your bag of holding.
and I'm
Yeah,
like,
rocket launcher.
It does help a lot with normal equipment, though.
what's the space in it? Bag of holding.
It's pretty good.
Up to
It can hold a lot.
500 pounds, 64 cubic feet.
Yeah, 500 pounds.
That's not a lot, is it? 64 cubic feet?
Like I said, it's great for basic equipment for a dungeon delver, but it's not great for storing an entire, like, wagon train full of stuff.
8 by 8 by 8, I think. I think that's how that works. I'm not sure. This 4 by 4 by 4. I don't know. Are we starting now?
Kinda. I'm waiting on Joe Dab to respond. He might have gone into a coma. So one of the limitations is the opening in the bag, so it can't be a really large object. So that kind of helps keep you within the weight limit. And then it just can't exceed the 500-pound limit either. So it can't be gigantic and it can't be extremely heavy. But 500 pounds is a lot of gear.
Well, you know, 4 by 4, 4 by 4 by 4, 500 pounds. It's still a lot of stuff.
Like a 500-pound dumbbell.
It's like compact, no space, no air.
Like the reason why I say that is because like people are like, I'm gonna jam this like 6-foot spear in my backpack. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
See, there's a weird discrepancy between the cubic feet and the pounds, because, like, 500 pounds of water would be a tiny portion of that 64 cubic feet, because water is heavy.
There we go.
But, like, if you had something really light, like 500 pounds of feathers, you would have a ridiculous amount of feathers and 64 cubic feet of feathers. Can you imagine?
Very compact.
You have Taurus carry, like, a big barrel full of oil, and then you throw the oil on somebody, and then you open the bag of holding with the feathers in it, and you empty it upside down so all the contents come out all at once.
I freaking fly all over them.
You know, if you like vacuum seal, you know, like in these bags, feathers, you could probably put a shitload in there.
Yeah.
The Cyclopses are our allies now, right?
In a way.
They don't hate us.
Are they bandits?
Yes, they are bandits. They are mountain bandits, and you have a loose alliance with them. You proved that you were strong, but you were benevolent as well. You gave them food, and food was their goal because they were the great hunters, and so even though they got their asses kicked, they still got all the food that they need to feed their tribe for a few days.
And we saved the life of their leader.
Yeah, the party proved that even though you are the strongest, you're the alpha, you're also like a good alpha, and so they'll look up to and respect Taurus as sort of like
I
the
did want to suggest something though.
yeah.
Well, to the Cyclops. I didn't necessarily go with Taurus, but I would have told him, like this idea, like called trade, and you could also do that as well.
I think he
He did.
understands
He
trade.
traded it for a fight.
What?
He traded food for a fight.
That's no. That's kind of missing one of the fundamental tenets of trade.
Where's
No,
Joe?
not exactly.
Used to avoid a fight.
No, but the thing he wanted for the trade was a fight, and he got it, so he gave them food.
Okay, never mind. I'm going back to food.
It depends on what you want in the trade. And as long as all the parties involved are willing, which the Cyclopses were very willing to fight, that's a trade. We did not extort or force the Cyclopses to fight us. And they did not force us to give them food. Fair trade.
I think a fair trade is that we did not melt them. So now we're in the purple field, waiting for the morning.
No, you guys sort of figured out the purple field. You harvested it, and I thought you moved on past that, didn't you?
Yeah, and then we camped at that point,
All right. So then you guys want to pick up in the morning?
or in the evening, whatever it is.
Yes, because you guys move at night. You're right there. All right. I think I've got everything set up in the background here.
What the fuck? Defragmenting my computer made it so all my files got fucked up. I can't find my Discord shortcut, and now it won't even load Discord. It keeps saying update failed, retry.
No.
And my internet's working fine, so I don't know what's wrong with Discord, so I'm just trying to reinstall it.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Hopefully that fixes it. All right, where's Joe Dab? Joe Dab. Hello, Earth to Joe Dab. All right. Well, as soon as Joe Dab gets here, we can start.
I might go mix some popcorn.
Yeah, take a break. Do what you got to do before the game starts.
Yeah, before, well, you know, Jordan has to go through that dream of his, and then when he wakes up, maybe he's dead. Maybe his giant monitor fell on him. He's stuck underneath.
Hmm.
I'll go and get some popcorn.
Okay, I've sent Joe like 13,000 messages through both Steam and Discord.
Mine sounds really wonky.
Hmm? Is it alright now?
He showed up. I don't know, it still sounds the same.
Joe? You're lighting up, but I can't hear you.
Oh, now it sounds better.
Is the table? Where's the map at?
One
second.
Yep. Where'd Joe go?
He's having issues.
Do you still have a saved version of the table, Ninja?
Nah, not a current one. Jodab has to upload it, and then I have to download it, and then I can open it. It's better if we prearrange that sort of thing. If Joe's like, oh, I can't host it this week, and then he's like, here's the file, I uploaded it, and then I'm like, great, and I grab it, and then I'm ready to go. I mean, technically, it's not even 9 yet, so I mean, this is giving Skywell a chance to get here. This will be the calm before the storm.
Only the calm's enough to wake someone up.
Well, he did the important step, which was give me black. And now that I have black, I can actually load the table. That's the thing.
Like a long time ago.
Well, see, I can't hear what you were saying. Like your audio wasn't coming through or something. Like might be one of the first things I've actually heard you say.
Yeah, okay. I see how it is.
Now we can hear you. Say some more words.
Yeah, no one was on yet, so I laid down for a second. And then, it was kind of a done deal.
Yeah, that happens. You need coffee, my friend. Coffee. It's good for
Actually,
what
I
ails
haven't
you.
had coffee in a week.
Are you trying to
He's
wean
going
yourself
sober.
off it because it's so expensive?
He's going sober.
No, I'm trying to give up coffee because I have a dependency on coffee.
Where the coffee is good.
I'm like fully addicted to coffee here.
No, me too. It's not so bad. Gives you a little boost.
Yeah, but I have high blood pressure, so
In the short term, it gives you a boost. Like any drug.
All right.
Just what?
So we're gonna put ourselves in the middle of the map here as we're traversing the great desert.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Tell me about this Earth guy.
I got some new models here. We got big giant cactus. We got little cactus. And we got fat
Little
cactus.
cactus. That's an average cactus, ninja.
Here's some fat cactus.
That's not what she said.
I'm gonna shrink tall
Yeah, I was about
cactus
to
because
say, that sounds like a euphemism.
tall cactus is a bit much for Dark Sun. I'm gonna make him a much smaller tall cactus. And he doesn't like to stand up, so I'm gonna have to lock him.
Does someone tell me about this Earth guy?
That's Rundy? You didn't see that's Rundy?
He is the biggest earth elemental we have ever laid eyes on. Biggest elemental made out of earth.
The Sorcerer King. We're going to go see.
Oh, he's not a rock guy.
I said
Like he
Earth.
said, Urik, but his name's actually Hamanu. Hamanu is the sorcerer king of Urik,
Oh,
the city-state of Urik.
okay. Tell me about that guy.
He's an asshole. He attacked our city of Tyr just because we had no iron in our mines. Or rather, we didn't harvest the iron to trade him.
I don't think that's how diplomacy works.
It's called supply and demand.
I demand.
We did
you
not supply, so
supply.
he demanded the blood instead.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, he actually tried. He
Tell
actually
at
tried
it.
to take over. He actually tried to take over Tyr when we liberated it. When he thought that that Tyr was
Of
vulnerable.
course, we're kingless.
Well, you killed his brother. What else is he supposed to do?
Only
We killed the
brother
Wicked
was-
Witch of the West, and the Wicked Witch of the North came down.
Doesn't the Wicked Witch of the East get killed, and then it's the Wicked Witch of the West? Is that alliteration?
East and west, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, but we're talking about Dark Sun location, and Tyr is west, and Urik is north, so...
Okay then. Yeah, he came over and it's like, well, there was just a coup here. This should be easy.
I'll allow it.
What did he attack you with anyway? Also, I'm freaking writing down the supply and demand line. That was amazing. I'm very proud of you.
It was a good one.
So, yeah, what did he attack with?
It's almost as good as Taurus's.
What did he
Taurus's
attack
stories.
with? An army?
With what?
With everything!
Of people?
His whole army.
Weapons?
How did you defeat
All
him?
kinds
How
of
many?
weapons? Magic?
How many?
How many people?
Yeah.
Hundreds?
Quit being asleep. We need you to push buttons and do the things. The time is nigh.
So how did you
What?
guys defeat him?
With our own numbers and tactics, we had like 500 people and good tactics.
Like what?
Like a half
And,
giant.
and our own magic.
we
Yeah,
didn't have
had.
a Hulk.
Was the
Apparently, they
sorcerer-
didn't send many half giants after us. They only sent their like, what they have again, like humans, and they had some. Did they have halflings? I can't remember. I think they had halflings in their army. That was a while ago.
Wait a second. How was the Sorcerer King of Tyr killed?
Our
A magical
Wooden
wooden
spear.
spear through his midsection that happened to hurt because it was
a
very-
legendary +5 spear of the Heartwood killed him.
that was magically lost that the party could not attain.
What was the Heartwood?
The Heartwood Spear belongs to the Halflings. It was bestowed to the great hero and champion of the arena in a plot to kill Kalik. And it had to be returned to the Halflings, otherwise they would declare war in order to reclaim their holy relic. It is the Holy of Holies, It is like the spear of destiny to the halflings.
So we just have to rob the halflings for a +5 weapon.
No, frickin'. The only way to
We have to
kill a
start a war for
sorcerer
it.
king is with a powerful artifact of doom. So we just need to go find some of those.
or the spear.
Horse is a powerful artifact.
Or
of
the
doom.
spear.
What is?
Taurus.
That gives me an idea.
He does the fucking Goldberg spear.
Fish on the genie for Taurus to be able to kill a sorcerer king.
I don't think he'd be able to grant that. Would he?
You could ask.
Would he?
I mean,
that's a
Dividend might
dangerous
do
wish
it
to
for
ask
him.
for.
Like, I feel
Yeah,
like if
that-
he could have just made
Yeah, that
someone
might just turn him into a sorcerer king. Come to think, that's a bad idea.
I feel like if he could just wish for someone to do that, he would have done it already, you know?
Except if you're a defiler.
You're a defiler now? Oh, shit.
Hey, Long, what form are you gonna be in?
Not
What are
defiler
what's
form,
going on?
I
So
hope.
can hook up this?
That's
I
fine.
think
Can
my
George
human
even...
form
All right. So are you riding a kank then?
was. Sure, why not?
Okay.
I like.
I wanna ride a-
like
I wanna ride a
not
king,
needing
too.
to walk.
Too bad. Go find large reduce.
My character's gonna come up with an idea to this. Why haven't we just purchased a Mechalotz?
They all went
Because a lot of
insane.
them died.
Why did you just get a freaking British accent? That's my question.
Oh, I'm not gonna play with the British accent.
The
I'm sorry.
headband made him British.
It's not. It's not.
Outrageous.
So, my character still isn't gonna talk like he used to talk. He's just gonna understand words differently now.
Okay,
He's gonna
Mr.
get.
Skaven.
He's gonna understand
He can actually count
concepts.
really high numbers now.
No, no. He just understands concepts. He still has to learn the stuff. But he's getting smart
Anyway.
because every time he has those, what are those things called when you go to sleep and you think of stuff and it comes into your brain?
Dreams.
That's the thing, yes. The dreams. Now that I can think about my dreams, I can think about stuff. And it comes back to me.
I'm really tempted to look into your brain right now.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Do it.
I don't think you'd be able to keep up. My shit's just fucking processing like a motherfucker right now.
Not giving me much faith in that assertion, that sentence.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm really like, my brain's like, I'm recalling, like, put it this way.
He just
I've
said
thought
you
about
have a 5 intelligence.
I'm recalling information, like, from, like, dreams and memories and stuff, and I'm like, what was that thing they called that thing? Huh. Oh, yes, a dream.
He became British again.
I did it. No, I did it. Like, that was my in-head voice.
In head voice change.
My in-voice head. My in-head
Anyway.
voice is different than my
Are we
actual
we're just
voice.
are we gone back on the road?
Yes, you guys are traveling through the desert. You're traveling into the northeast direction. You're actually moving through a variety of valleys and so like the peaks and valleys of the terrain sort of force you down certain routes, and so the terrain constricts you. Your wagon requires you to take certain paths. Sometimes you'll have to go around dunes. You'll have to avoid cacti. You'll find different rock formations. Some are large enough that you have to, steer around them, and some navigation is required. Now, during the day, the weather... Well, I guess you're traveling at night. The weather during the night starts to get pretty bad, and the wind is getting worse and worse, and you can detect some sandstorms starting to develop.
Guess it's time to stop.
How far in the night are we?
Rah rah. Looking at you.
Yeah.
Is it time to use the control weather?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to wait for the thing to turn into a sandstorm, or do you want to try to steer it the other way?
A Habib, put it in a Habib.
So
It's
so
gonna be a Habib.
we're not even waiting for the sandstorm to we're just gonna just stop it early. Okay.
So, as you're traveling, you can see that the wind is getting worse over time, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and sandstorms are starting to develop. So, you can see it. It's happening.
I want to hop off my cane kind of reluctantly, like, here we go. Just if I would just stop flying this direction in front of the cart, just like. And what does it sound like?
Well, you're just playing the harp, so you're playing whatever you would normally play
Oh,
on the harp, but the magic of it is going to control the weather around you in a 5-mile radius.
I hit the weather with that.
All right.
Classic Zelda.
Pass control.
Classic art.
And how do you control the wind?
I am going to make it calm, nice and calm.
All right. So he calms the wind down. He's playing a song. For the next 5 miles as you're traveling, you're in reasonably calm, and on the periphery it's windier out in the distance. And you're traveling a ways. Ring sight. How high are you up when you're flying along?
Well, if there's a storm coming, I'm maybe like 20 feet above the ground, maybe.
All right, so you're just cruising just overhead. You can see down. Maybe people. Who's got torches? Do you have light sources that he can use as a guiding beacon?
Grimorn?
Of course.
Grimorn's got his lantern, but he might be inside a covered wagon.
Yeah, I'm cooking food.
I would have a torch as well.
All right.
Chance he can get
So
the
maybe you're
gunship.
following Taurus. He's a big target. He's carrying a big torch. Okay, so you're
So
flying
free.
along, and you
everyone.
think you spot something. It looks like there was a man standing on the rise.
I hold up a fist like.
No. I was talking to Ringsight. Ringsight's flying higher up. He's got a better line of sight. He sees somebody standing on a dune pretty far away. But almost immediately after you spot him, he's not there anymore. Like the moment you glance away, you can't spot him anymore.
Oh, but
Life sense activates. Wait, how far away was he?
Maybe like a mile or so.
this is bad. This is bad.
Huh.
This is really bad.
Could be helps.
It does seem pretty bad if you ask me.
But are you assuming it's bad for the same reason I'm assuming it's bad?
No, probably not.
Are you keeping it for yourself?
Okay, time to cast the freaking spell. Wait a second. There's an idea. I'm gonna. Hang on. Insensitive. Can I use commune to ask? Well, no, because he wouldn't actually know the answer to this question. Augury. I'm using augury. See if staying here is a good or a bad idea.
I don't know if that's gonna work because you guys are traveling.
I mean, I could stop and like just fly a bit ahead. It takes like a minute to do. Wait, oh, it's a ritual cast, so let's just keep moving for now.
I was recently looking up some stuff about ritual casting. So ritual casting might be difficult while you're on a flying creature in a windy environment.
Yeah, I'll just wait it out right now, but I'm keeping life sense on.
So if there were any kind of disturbance like that required you to focus on maintaining your seat in the saddle, it would be at least a DC 10 concentration check to maintain the spell. And you have to do a ritual for 10 minutes, right? So that's like 60 turns that you might have to do a concentration check. So your odds of doing that while riding any kind of creature might be kind of difficult.
Keeping that information to yourself.
I know, I'm telling it all. I'm freaking telling. Like warning, there's a mysterious figure standing off in the sand dunes.
As soon as you say that, I put my hand up and like, group halt. I do
I
commands
beg your
now.
pardon.
I told the caravan, I was in front of the caravan, I put my hand up after you told us that, so the kinks stop and everybody kind of stops.
What's out
And
there?
you stop.
What is it?
Ringside said something ahead. Something
Okay.
mysterious. We should be careful, I think.
We're in the desert. There's always
Can
a
you tell
problem.
how far it is?
Yeah, but with the weather like this, we might get ambushed.
Weather's
What
fine
happened to
right
your
Did we
voice?
calm down the weather? Or you mean because it's dark?
You're still within the radius that the weather has been calmed down, so you're not getting hit by any sandstorms here. Also, there's
Wait,
nobody
is
to
the
see,
rain
so
coming?
you look around and you don't see anybody. So Ringside says there was somebody, but you can't see him.
We keep
Right
on
when to
going.
prepare.
All right,
But
you
wait,
press on ahead.
I have my crossbow.
Okay, you ready your crossbow while you're flying along?
Well, I mean, technically yes, but it also has the power to act as a telescopic looking glass.
All right. So you give yourself some extra distance and you scan the environment, but it doesn't help. Whoever he was, he's just instantly gone.
I don't like this.
Might
But I
be,
don't know.
I
I don't know
throw
what's going-
I throw up a fruit to ringside.
Oh, that's gonna
I
be really
throw
tough.
him-
Now, Ringside, Taurus says, like, here, catch, but you're 20 feet up on a flying mount, so you're going to need to do some aerobatics, so...
I'm 15 feet tall.
All right, still, I'm going to need you to make an animal handling check to you know, go in the saddle in a way that allows you to catch it. Oh, a 2. All right, so Taurus, it's missed, and it's coming back down. Do you want to try to catch it before it lands in the dirt?
Yeah, I'll catch it back.
All right.
I
Like,
just use mage hand to get it.
Oh,
No,
so
and
you
I'll
go
go
to
like-
you go to catch it, but the mage hand has already caught it and it's being carried away.
Oh, okay. It's
Next
a pair
time,
of
just give it
it's
to
a
me.
pair of the closed eye. I tell him you should eat one of these. Maybe that will help you.
Okay then, and I'll eat the pear.
Keep your eye. I point to my eye and say, keep eye open. It's smart to keep eye open.
One eye
Okay,
open,
then.
one eye
I point to like the middle of my head, like in the middle of your like your third eye. Keep eye open.
Right then. I don't know what this fruit
Uh,
does, but I'll just eat it then.
And now you can see invisible for an hour.
Works for me. Moving on.
Okay, we proceed, and I go onward, like I point onward to the group.
Okay, so you're traveling further ahead, and it enters into a bit of a narrow canyon. All right.
Nope.
How
Is there a
tall
way
is the
around the
canyon?
I don't like narrow canyons.
Is there a way around it or over the canyon?
There is not.
How tall is it?
Holy shit.
Can someone screen share? Because I don't know what's so funny.
That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that was a bit
It
sus.
just dropped like a giant rock on the table and knocked over some stuff, like
The
trees.
party
and
fucking
Crashed
died.
in my ear, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Dark Sun, the party fucking dies. The
Well, that
We
does
were-
sound like a hilarious literary device. You're traveling,
You guys gotta-
snapping the giant rocks
Look,
of the cliff literally slam down and knock everything else over.
I'm playing on a
I wish I could've
49
seen it.
screen, okay? This thing is like if where my head is, left to right, I can literally see nothing but screen, and a giant boulder just fell in front of my face, and I heard the crash, and everything just exploded. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, so you're moving through narrow canyons that can't really be avoided. You can't get your cart up any of the slopes, so you're gonna have to move in between them.
One of you freaking screen shares. I can see what's happening.
Oh, you can also watch it on the Twitch stream, which I have running. I'll link that as well.
Did we send Oren to investigate?
I was just that's why I'm asking how tall the cliff is.
50 feet. You'd have to go up a little bit.
Okay, I'm just gonna life sense or tell Omen to life sense.
All right. Does that pick up
Friends,
plants? Because there's a
getting
lot of plants around.
Yes.
All right, so you'll detect a lot of life here and there. A lot of cacti.
I think Skywell's joining us. Just a second, he just messaged me.
Cool. Yeah, I sent him a message as well.
I meant
Yeah,
more
cool.
like any life at the top of the cliffs.
Yeah, you're detecting a lot of reptiles, a lot of lizards, geckos, some scorpions here and there, intermixed.
I whispered to Oren. I say we should probably scout ahead.
Why is that rock sinking into the ground?
Magic.
Sand.
Ah, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Sorry, and thank you again, Joe, for the invite. I don't know what is holding up my family. They're supposed to be coming home with food like, I don't know, half an hour ago. So
Alright, so we just
you know
got
what?
to
I think it's my daughter, but anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
we've been traveling. So we were traveling. We're in the middle of the night. It's dark. Ring sight was above us, so he had a little bit of an advantage point. He saw something ahead in the distance about a mile out, and then it disappeared like a person. And now he doesn't see anything. I gave him a see invisible potion. He's still kind of scouting us, but we just came up to a canyon that we have to cross through. And it might be a good time for you to scout ahead.
Do we have to get
Why are
across
you
the
scouting
canyon?
ahead, Mr. Giant?
I have to cross the canyons. We're saying.
This is the direction you were headed. It's just the only
Yeah.
path the cart can go.
Oh, I see here.
Is it
Okay,
possible?
we're in the canyon. I see it now.
Is it possible for us to get Oh, I don't have any more grapes of
Oh,
time.
I remember. There was the prickly pear, thorn bushes that were slowing us down, and I tried to climb along the side of the cliff to get around that.
It was probably a little after that. You've traveled further east.
Oh, okay.
And further to the north. These twisting canyons are kind of winding hills that eventually get where you're going if you just keep following them. Many of them come together and split apart in a crisscrossing pattern of canyons. You can travel high or low, but the wagon is having an easier time moving through the lowland.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up here in the front with all them.
The key important fact that you missed is a little while back, somebody was following the party, and Ringsight was able to spot them, but lost sight of them, and nobody's been
Oh,
able
they
to
were
spot them
following
since.
us.
What
Yeah.
do they look like, roughly speaking?
Ew, I thought they were in front of us.
You couldn't make out details a mile off. You could just see the figure briefly, and then when you tried to look closely at them, they were not there anymore.
Was it
I would like
humanoid?
to.
Humanoid figure, yeah. Cloaked figure.
I would like to roll stealth.
Okay. So
I'm gonna roll
he's
my
gonna do
cards,
that.
Ninja.
Uh-huh.
Now, this person was following us. I'm saying this to Ringsight as Ringsight came back down. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, said there's someone following us, Ringsight. Okay, to the GM, I can hustle and catch back up with the caravan, right? Like if I were to stay behind, I would be able to. I mean, the Kanks are just going at a moving pace. It's not like a fast pace, right?
Correct, yeah. If you hustle, you can catch up.
Okay, so, I think I'd like to hang back a bit and see if I can catch them.
All right, so I'm going to need you to make a stealth check and then a perception check to see if you can spot anyone.
I'd like to do the same thing he's doing, but I'll scout ahead
Sure.
without a torch.
So you move into this canyon, and then you send scouts in both directions just to make sure that you're not going to get ambushed or anything. This is probably a good precaution. You never know.
How far are you guys going away from the group?
Skywill, you
just
got some numbers
out.
for me yet?
Only actually no, I'm sorry. The lowest I can roll is now a 22.
Okay, so we're going to go with a 22 on your stealth. And Jodab, what's your number?
Mine is a 17.
Okay. You managed to sneak up, Jodab, on an animal. It's like a lizard, and it's probably tasty. Do you want to catch it and eat it?
How have I seen these lizards before?
Yeah, pretty common desert lizard. Tasty
The
meat.
ones that steal shit?
Nah, it's not one of them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do I know what kind of lizard it is?
A common desert lizard.
Alright, alright. Nah, I'll let it go.
All right.
I'll keep looking around.
And Skywill, what are your numbers?
22 and 17.
Oh.
On your perception
my,
was the 17?
Or is it so
17.
mature now? Oh
All
my
right.
God.
So you scouted a bit. You didn't spot anyone. Doesn't seem like anyone's following you. So maybe the reports were misleading, or maybe they've moved on.
That's true. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and after I hang back a bit, I'm gonna go ahead and by a bit, I'm probably saying maybe 15 minutes, half an hour behind.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but,
fair. You give it a little bit of
Let me know
time,
my perception.
just to make sure.
Okay, and then I hustle back up.
My perception's an 18.
Mhm.
Ninja, as well.
That's fair.
Okay.
You found lizards. Okay, so everybody returns to the party, and so you see that you seem to be in the clear. It's all right to move ahead. Is that what you're gonna do?
I'll just stay ahead and wait for the group for the caravan to catch up to me.
Grimoire, leading your wagon. What do you do?
I'm gonna follow and do a perception checks.
As the caravan catches up to me, I'll let them know that it seems so clear so far, and I'll keep going ahead a little bit, like
guys wanna-
outside of the range of the group, but I don't know, maybe 100, 200 meters ahead.
Chris, your passive is a 19, so let's just go with your 19 and say that on the horizon ahead, you actually do spot a figure.
How far?
Off in the distance, mile or two.
Oh, so it's pretty far.
Yeah, a couple dunes away, at least.
Can I telepathically reach our friend?
I'm not sure it works that way.
Inside.
He might have to communicate with you, and then you can answer him back. You could whistle to him or something. Do you have some sort of signal worked out?
I do have my telepathic power, which is to put an image inside of the head of someone else.
Well, what image are you gonna put in his head with that?
Of what I've noticed.
Okay.
Like from afar, like from a few dunes away, like a figure.
All right, Ringsight, you've received a psychic image of a figure in the distance in a direction, and you just suddenly just sort of know what direction that is.
Okay, how far?
You look off in the distance. It's a couple miles away, maybe. You see, maybe not just one figure, maybe like a cluster of a couple, 2 or 3 maybe. Low to the horizon, 2 dunes away. Quite a distance.
How far is that?
2 miles.
I think we can keep moving through the canyon itself.
It is ahead, though, so you'd be moving towards the figure that everyone spotted.
We'd have to go through the canyon to reach them.
Correct.
Oh, wait a
Because of the
second.
canyon, there's not really a way to get the cart to go like north or south, and you don't want to go back west, so you sort of have to plow
Zoom
ahead.
in. Enhance image.
Magnify.
Is there a way that we can go outside of the canyon before we reach that area, though?
Well, as I've said, the canyons are only about 50 feet high, so it is possible with some climbing equipment, or even with just your bare hands probably, you could climb up to the top and move along the top. The wagon's not going to get up there easily.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I
we can
was-
get up. Oh, so when I get back to the group, I'd like to just scale the canyon and walk along the edge of the canyon.
That's fair. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, so
Not
it's
leap
almost
over
like a plateau, and maybe there are other valleys further beyond that you can sort of see from up there, but it's just a repeating pattern of the terrain. You just happen to be in the lowlands. Or you're in the highland part, and they're down in the lowland part.
Yeah, I'll just try to keep ahead of the party by 100 meters or so, but I'll stay up on top.
If we're trying to get the carriage up the canyon, how much does it weigh? I could probably catch levitate on it.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Nope.
Let's just move through the canyon.
Many
Yeah, I'm
thousands
just
of pounds.
keeping oversight.
Just imagine all the
Wait,
water
are
and
we-
supplies that are on that cart.
Did the enhance work? Did I see them properly?
Do you want to get closer and take a good look?
I was using the function on the.
Ah,
no.
all right. So you use your scope. It's a great distance away, so roll a perception check.
Okay then.
Don't you get to roll with advantage with that thing?
He can see more detail with it.
I thought it actually says it gives you advantage. Yeah, it says light crossbow with a scope gives advantage on perception.
Yeah, let's see what his number is.
I have gives you advantage to view distant objects through the scope as if it were a telescope.
Yes, roll and find out. What will fate decree? An 11 or 19. 19's better. Let's go with that. You see multiple figures now. Not 1, not 2, but maybe 5. Many of them are scattered along the ground in a prone position. One of them is huddled low to the ground, and one of them is in a near standing position. That was the first one that got noticed. The one in a standing position doesn't move. And you see the glint of metal protruding from the head area.
Does he notice any shimmer or something from like the sea invisibility?
You don't see any shimmer. There's no movement.
You wouldn't happen to have any enemies with metal sticking out of their heads, would you guys?
Do we recall that? Your Earth people?
Doesn't match their armor design.
Can I do a history check?
You're not from Earth, right?
Nope. but I've been a traveler. Maybe I recognize the design.
It's not much to go on and ends up failing.
Warrant.
Wait, what is the design?
It's just metal sticking out of the head.
This time is Taurus on the opposite canyon wall.
Well, when you catch up, he has climbed up on top of the canyon and is running along the upper part of it while the rest of the party is down in the valley. So you
And
can
I'm
see
on
his
the opposite
torchlight.
side.
You can see his torchlight up there. He would be sticking out like a sore
No,
thumb.
didn't he say he was?
Oh no, I
turning the torch
just
off?
turned.
Oh, you
yeah,
doused
turned
it?
off the torch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then everybody's just in the dark.
I'm just trying to go by moonlight.
Keeping it
Can I go
low
up here on
key.
the opposite canyon wall?
Yeah, I rolled a stealth, a new stealth.
I think he can jump up without much difficulty, but for you, it's a climb check.
You guys want to wait another 10 minutes for me to do an augury? Just to double check if this is a good idea.
We're just trying to keep
I mean, we
keep
can probably
eyes.
take 10 minutes while walking. They're 2 miles away.
There you go.
When we get about a mile, half a mile to a mile out, I'm going to cast pass without a trace on our group that's near us.
All right, you're covering your trail. Stealth becomes easier.
All right,
Let's
so
just go. There's no point stumbling.
Not gonna affect Orin and Forrest though. They're too far away on the rocks.
19 on the athletics to climb.
Oh, good job. Oh, you easily find handholds that allow you to scale the wall. And there are a couple ledges where you're able to catch your breath for a moment, and none of the overhangs are too difficult, or there's an easier path that you're able to find around. You get up on top. On top, you find that there's a little bit of plant growth that's on the ledge, and up here there's even a couple scraggly trees that are high up here by a little oasis.
An oasis.
A tiny one, barely any water. More of a mud puddle.
Okay. I'm going to be stealthy still. I'll roll again if you'd like another stealth check.
All right, everyone's being stealthy.
We all got to roll a stealth check.
Is the
No,
ritual
I'm
being
on my stealth.
cast?
Okay.
I'm with Tars, so I can't really stealth on Tars. And I'm gonna stay a little behind, I guess, to let them do their thing.
So Ringside, did you actually end up casting the ritual while you're traveling along?
Was 10 minutes allowed to pass?
Yeah, if you're moving forward, you got a few minutes.
Then yes, I cast the ritual.
All right, you cast the ritual. Is it? What's your wording? You have to. You ask if it's like safe to do what you're about to do, like to travel forward towards it.
To interact with the spooky figures.
All right. Is it safe to interact with the spooky figures up on the hill up ahead? Yes.
Yes.
Yes is the unerring response.
I don't think these guys are a threat, guys. I think we should just move forward. But I will stealth still, just in case. Ooh.
Oh. Gliding silently towards it. Not feeling threatened at all. What about the rest?
Are you 30 feet within the caravan ring
I'd
sight?
like to be.
Okay, yeah, then you have +10 to your stealth bonus as well.
So he's got a 34. Nobody sees him in the dark sky.
That is insane.
I forgot how fun it was being a shadow.
You were a shadow before?
Oh, I mean, like, playing a shadowy character.
Okay. So as you advance, let me find the passage here. The lone figure who has been waiting for you appears to have been waiting for a very long time. The skeletal form stands propped upon a long spear shaft, protruding from their neck and piercing their skull. Its feet buried in the shifting sands and its tattered clothing billow as the hot wind washes over its bleached bones. As you get closer, you see that the skeleton is not alone. Another skeletal form clutches at its half-buried legs, itself partially covered by sand and broken rock. An arrow juts from this skeleton's side, and other evidence of battle mars the somber setting. You spot broken weapons jutting from the sand and other skeletal bodies, some only seen as limbs, captured in the drifting sand like some horrible piece of art.
Huh. I guess they weren't live.
They are
After
all
all.
dead. At least 5 dead
Sorry.
bodies here.
Is this the area where we fought the war? I don't think so, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I don't know.
Maybe Grimorn or Rara knows.
I'd like to investigate the bodies.
What do you wish to know?
So kind of there's no sort of like military affiliation that I can find here, right? I also want to obviously, but
Do they have dog tags?
No. None of that. Alright, who's investigating and what's your role?
As we approach, I'll come back to the group if I notice everything's safe on up
Ooh.
here.
Alright, Oren investigates a little bit with a 20. You start to build a picture of what happened here in your mind. You can see that the several dead bodies laying around are all dressed in decayed armor, but you can kind of tell what kind of armor it was, piecemeal, made from a variety of different cultures. These look like bandits who just threw together whatever they could find, whatever they could take. All of them seem to have died converging on these 2 other bodies.
Life sense.
The one that's been speared seems like it was trying to protect the other one that had an arrow in it. And those both seem to be dressed like elves, although their bodies have decayed down to skeletons. The remaining tatters of clothing have elven designs. They indicate that there were a pair of elves that were fighting off a bunch of bandits, and they fought to the bitter end and did not survive. So you look closely at the elves, and despite the age of all of their materials decaying over time, you'll find that the things that have survived are the spear itself and a pair of rings. They're each wearing one of these rings.
Oh no, they were married.
How much are the rings worth?
Everything's tarnished, covered with a layer of age. It looks very ancient. This could have happened 1,000 years ago. You don't know.
But are
Oh, a
they
lot.
shiny still?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Ancient artifacts? Man.
Everything's tarnished with age. Maybe if you cleaned it up, you could appraise it and find out.
I'm gonna take the
I
bodies
hesitate to
down
touch it.
Can we
from
do
their
a,
weird display and lay them on the ground.
Wait, before you do that, can we do a religion check
Sure.
and see if this might be some sort of sacrifice, or I don't know, other type of ceremony?
Well, the investigation indicated that this was a violent death, that the elf happened to die on the spear of one of the bandits and just slumped down onto it with it jutting up out of his neck.
Okay. 19.
And there's no religious significance to any of it that you can tell.
Is no signs of curse or anything like that?
Would you like to cast a Detect Magic?
Yes. Look at magic.
You cast
he
Detect
does
Magic,
one.
and you do Detect Magic on the spear and the rings. You don't detect a curse.
Is it cursed magic?
No, I
You
don't
said
detect
you
a
did
curse.
detect a curse.
I don't detect a curse, but this is suspicious. Knowing that we walk through this corridor leads us right here. I'm sure that we're not the first travelers taking this path and seeing this.
I don't know. You're
This isn't
days,
on the road,
days and days out into the open desert. You are nowhere near a road.
It doesn't seem
Can
to
I,
be a religious sacrifice of any sort either.
Can I check for a trap?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll do.
while he does that, I'm gonna religion check to see if there's like some elven aerial thing that they've got.
I was
I
hoping.
tell I tell
was
everyone to
hoping-
back up a little bit, and I'm gonna check it for a trap. I'll use investigate first.
So since I already did that,
Oh, well, then
uh,
I'll
Wait, you don't have a plus
You
5
don't
to your
know.
investigate?
You don't know what you
I
found.
have +4.
So, Daredab, your investigate does not find any traps.
Cool. I'll grab the rings and the spear.
All right. The party has 2 rings, matching rings, covered with a sort of a tarnish of age and dust, and a long spear. This is, yeah, you're big, so it's not long for you, but for a medium
I'm a
creature, this is a 2-handed spear. This is not versatile. This is a 2-handed spear.
I'll tell Gamorn, they don't seem dangerous. Do you want to put them in the bag of holding?
with the bodies.
The bodies?
Rings.
The
Oh,
ring
the
and the
ring.
spears.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do the rings do?
You're talking to me?
We don't know.
Nobody has
We-
cast
we
an
need to use,
identify.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah, I give everything to Gamorn, and I say we should keep our eyes open.
I'm
think
just
we should
gonna-
hide
We should
them.
keep eyes open.
Oh wait, did my religion check get anything?
Nope.
There's no elven burial nonsense.
So I think the
don't
elves
look
they
very-
leave bodies where they lay in the desert and let the desert claim them. They're nomadic and they're always running, and they consider it weakness if you can't keep up. So they'd probably just leave them to rot and bleach in the desert.
This is still too suspicious.
Knowing what we know from how respecting the bodies, it turned out good for what's his name? For Ringsight. I say we should probably just throw some dirt on these.
You're here.
Are you
I
s-
agree.
Are you,
It
are you
feels
sure
wrong.
we shouldn't double tap them?
Yeah, I'm
feels
thinking.
wrong
I'm
to do
thinking double
otherwise.
tap.
After stealing their possession, we should bury them.
We did
I
not
think-
steal their possession. We acquired it.
Are you sure we shouldn't double tap?
Wait, I can't say it like that. Sorry. Hold on. We
I smack
going
each
to
one in
waste.
the head with my staff, like not enough to like crush their skulls, but I just like whack yeah, I whack them.
Okay. Breaking
Give 'em a
down
weed
the
with salt.
skeletons. Smash, smash, smash.
Yeah, they're health.
we
They're
just-
health bodies.
Fair enough.
Just leave them there. But can I do a perception check? I want to see if we're observed.
Oh, are you being watched? It's pretty dark out.
Yep.
If you were going to spot somebody, you might only see them as they're crossing the top of a dune where you catch them in the moonlight. And only occasionally would you have that opportunity. So the chances of spotting somebody at night are very slim.
24.
And even with a 24, you don't spot the mysterious figure again this night.
We buried the bodies.
You bury the bodies. You don't find anything else of interest here. Are you going to press on some more? You've got many hours of travel to go.
after we
We should keep on
Bury
going,
those,
but we're being observed, I believe.
Yeah.
Like the actions that we've taken here could have a repercussion. So we should be quite.
yeah, I'll do the
I
spread
stayed
out thing
behind and
again.
I did not see anyone.
So you're telling
Does-
the party that we're
Perhaps
being.
they turned away.
Or perhaps they're better at hiding than you think.
Wait, so you're telling
Do they even spot us and know to keep following us since I made us pass without a trace?
It's unknown. A whole lot of unknowns here.
Are you
Either
telling
way,
the party that we've been
Let us
following?
press on.
I'll spread out again.
Hang on, what's the question there, Rara?
I was asking, like, does the whole party know we're being killed?
Yeah, it's been passed around that somebody was spying on you.
Ringside and I discussed this, and I stayed behind a bit, you know, half a league maybe, to see if they would follow up. Um, I hid myself among some sand and brush, and none came.
Well, you're saying behind, but what we've observed of the people looking at us, they've been always ahead of us.
Maybe you can get a better view from higher up.
That's what. That's not what. Hold on. That's not what you guys said before. I thought there was somebody behind us.
It is unlike me to
They're
have this
both.
sentiments,
No,
but I
they've been
think
ahead
it's
of
We're
us.
worried about
best
both.
if we focus on the present right now.
Right. Let's march.
Like
Can't get
my detect
Taurus.
magic lasts for 10 minutes. Is there anything other magical vibes around, or except for like the items?
Nah. These things shine like a beacon in the dark night.
No, but it doesn't feel like we're in an illusion or something like
Oh
that.
no, nothing like that. No magic to see. Just a lot of cacti. The stony walls of the open desert.
Next
Can't get
scene,
over how
moving
good this-
on.
Omen, how high are you up? Or I
I-
should say ring sight on Omen.
60 feet in the air.
Alright, dialing in 60 feet. Everybody in formation on your kanks.
So I'm
Nope,
up
I
on
am
the
going back.
thing.
And then once we get back to moving again, I would again like to return to the canyon top. Is the canyon still a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're
Just
still
like
on the
Taurus
canyon
is on the
wall.
opposite
Taurus still
canyon.
on the opposite canyon wall, and everybody in the middle.
Yep.
Okay. You travel, continuing on in that way.
I keep an eye open. Like I'm sitting with the kanks at the front, and I'm keeping a very active eye open for anything that might move.
Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight.
Is there a spell that could help?
Tonight.
Make me want to throw you out a window. Quit it.
I look at my new lamp that I have, and then I talk to the Ifrit, and I'm like, how do you enjoy the trip?
I will slay you, human! How dare you keep me!
Well, good luck if you're always stuck in this bottle. Maybe I'll just put you in concrete and drop you at the bottom of the silk sea.
He seems displeased.
Hey, free tea.
Just displeased. That's it.
Free tea. I'm telepathing it.
I think only the holder of the bottle can communicate with the creature trapped within it. It's almost like a little pocket dimension. So you seem to hit like an object, and you're not able to actually use your psionics to get anything from it.
Deflect.
Yep. Okay, so this is interesting. You're traveling along. A great cluster of growing cacti line the walls of the canyon, growing as tall as a tall man. They cluster around a tiny oasis, forming an idyllic scene.
I don't know.
Life sense.
Is there any fruit growing on the cacti?
So let's see. Yeah, probably. We got some pools of water. It's not all just like one oasis. It's like a variety of muddy puddles here. Some of it's drinkable. Like the big pool here has a decent supply of spring water that's coming up in the smaller circle.
Life sense, life sense, life sense.
It's everywhere. Because of the oases here, the life is flourishing. The cacti are all over the place. The grasses are growing in and around each of the puddles here. You've got bushes. Oh, look at all the lush bushes. This is something you don't see very often. The idyllic scene before you, the greenery and the growth. This is a rare sight in the tablelands to find this much greenery.
I'm gonna send a telepathic image into the mind of Ringside.
It might even be a tree or two.
Of a water element.
So nothing's detected by life sense?
Everything's detected by life sense.
I'm gonna fly over it, over the oasis, and see if I spot anything suspicious. Like,
Okay. And just then, something goes terribly wrong. So I'm gonna ask for an initiative roll.
Water elemental.
I was gonna ask, can I roll an Arcana check to see if any magic was at play, but I was like, probably not.
I hit reset on the initiative, and I'm dialing in the thing.
the moment you let your guard down. I will say this: I haven't.
Why'd you do that?
I think I might know what this is by pure luck, but I'm not confident, and I'm not going to say anything either way.
It's the hash-slinging slasher.
No, bugger off.
Nice.
The hash-breaking slasher.
That's not a terrible initiative.
Oh, hold on. It's me to roll the initiative.
Ninja.
Yeah.
I'll re-roll later. Forget about it because I was gonna do a survival for collecting fruits.
That's
but
horrible.
I'll re-roll later.
You're not going to be able to do the survival to collect fruits. By the time you're getting down out of the cart, something goes terribly wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do a new one after.
Prius, that 22 was your initiative?
No, 22 was the survival before all that.
Is 12 ring sights roll?
What's ring sights roll? Hold on.
Yes. All right. So here's 12. Has everybody else entered their initiative?
Yes.
Let's do it. Pew pew. Oh, Morg. You got it dialed in on your token?
Yep.
Alright. There we go.
Spider cacti. 25 initiative.
Okay, so...
Oh, spider cacti. There's gonna be big fruits on that cacti.
So
I don't think we have to get to eat.
So first off, so here this front kank here that's pulling the cart. 7 tentacles lash out at it. Hang on.
All right.
Let me save a camera here and then do the dice tower here. And save a second camera. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Jesus Christ.
What's a kank's AC?
That's a good question.
17.
Yes.
Yes.
17?
I don't know.
A Kank's AC is 17.
I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
probably like 14.
A Kank has
I
better
think
AC than I
so.
do.
Yeah.
It's a hard-shelled bug.
Yeah. It has an exoskeleton. I don't know. We had that info somewhere.
I'm opening my monster manual now in the background. Just gotta find it. Kank. Alright, so the Kank's armor class is 14, and this thing's shooting out ropey tentacles. The ropey tentacles have a +5 to hit. So I need a 9. I need a 9 or better. And I've got 1, 2, 3 tentacles on. No, 4 tentacles on. Alright. So the front of your wagon is immediately caught and lurches to the side. So I'm going to move the wagon 5 feet over. The other one here, it does the same deal. And it's got 6 tentacles. So you've got 7 tentacles on the front and 6 tentacles on the back that have all lashed onto the cart and have pulled the cart. Now it's 10 feet over. And it's just sliding over in this direction, the whole cart. And then on the opposite side here, we've got 5 tentacles lashing this kank here. Yeah, that's D12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another 4. All right, cool. All right, so this kank slides 5 feet this way. And then the middle cacti does the same deal. Repeat that process.
Noticing a recurring pattern here.
Right?
What cactuses are the enemy? Yes.
We've got 1, 2. Only 2.
Fucking shit.
Okay. So 2 is
I
going to
did
pull
say that.
it 5
Save
feet.
the kanks.
And
I don't think
then,
they can be saved.
and then Morg, the one that you're on. Oh, I rolled the maximum 8. How many is this? 6? I have to roll 2 more. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
One of them's a critical hit.
They killing my kank?
Oh, they're just hitting them with ropey white blasts.
And 1 more. 6.
No question. When you cast a spell that is a concentration spell out of a magical item, how does it work?
Sorry, what's the question?
If you cast a concentration spell out of a magical item,
You have to concentrate on it.
you don't?
You do.
Or you do?
You do. It acts just as if you cast the spell. If it's got a longer casting time, like a ritual, you have to do the full casting time.
Okay.
Normally it's 1 action, but it says if it's got a longer casting time, you do have to do the full thing and concentrate on it.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. How many do I gotta do here? So this one takes 12 damage. This one takes 8 damage. Morg, your kank gets savaged. Looking at a kank's hit points, it's got 37. Your kank, I think, is killed. R.I.P.
that was fast.
Okay, so your kank as well is going to be pulled. So I'm gonna move it over here.
More gets dragged along with him.
Now these two, they didn't die. Got to do some secret rolls. Let's see. 6 turns. And 1 more secret roll.
We need these rings again that we can move around. This is tough for spells. Have we checked if they remade some of these tools to work again, or?
On the left-hand side.
Sorry, what's your question?
You know those rings that you can move around and resize?
I don't. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Rings that you can move around.
Area spells.
Oh, like the area markers. Yeah. Yeah, if we don't have any here, I'll try to spawn some in.
Yeah, they didn't work the last few times.
God, Ninja. Fix your shit, man.
I don't think it's ninja. I think it's just tabletop. Or
Tabletop has never been well functioning as long as I've used it. I'd rather be watching the stream.
well, it depends on your computer because it's CPU intensive.
I don't ever have any problems with mine.
It's mainly just connection issues. Most of the time the table crashes or randomly kicked. Or for some reason, even though it ran perfectly fine the day before, well not the day, but the session before, it just decides, no, I'm gonna be difficult this session.
This is the bag. If they don't work, they don't work.
Yeah, I just get the marbles.
The marbles. So if you go to the top left, there's the draw tool. You can just use the circle. Just
No,
try
I
that.
know, but if I want to move my character, it's gonna.
This is just for your fireballs, though, right?
So stuff
Is
too.
it, for an aura
It's not a
around you?
one-trick pony.
Try not to.
Yeah, what about this? Can we just scale this up?
Oh yes, that will work. Yeah. What the fuck is that thing?
I don't know. It's a hunter's mark that was sitting over here. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll use that.
So I guess you can't see this one either, the fireball one. That's too bad. They used to work.
I know, they were great.
I'll have to look and see on the workshop if they've got a newer, updated, or fixed one, or a better one. Those were the best ones I ever saw. There were some other ones that really sucked. There were these ones that had like a weird gimmick where it was like an object, but it was actually like a placeholder for an object that was way up high in front of the light that would create a shadow on the area where it was supposed to affect it, but it never really worked right, and it fell over real easy. Anyway, you could probably scale that and get it to work. Alright.
Yeah, it kind of works out.
So, so the kank that you were riding has suddenly lurched 5 feet to the right and let out a squeal of pain.
How tall is it? Do I take any fall damage? Like,
No, you weren't knocked out of the saddle. It's just being dragged sideways suddenly with a jerk.
the spider cat shit. Fuck, stop falling over. The spider cacti thing's initiative is over, right?
Yeah, they're done.
All right. So, ooh, man. How much does a kank weigh? Thousands of tons, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, they're heavy.
Thousands of tons? 2 million pounds? Excuse me?
They could weigh up to 2,000 pounds for a fat kank.
Yeah, a kank has infinite mass. I'm sorry to tell you.
Between 400 and 2,000 pounds. That's the average kank. Like the little baby
So-
calf kank would be 400 pounds. That's a big baby. And the big mama kank that lays all the eggs, that would be like the 2,000 pounder.
2,000.
Burrows straight into the ground.
Hey, cattle can get really big too.
I am going to. Okay. Can I make a roll to determine what exactly is happening? Because this all was sudden, very sudden.
All right. Do you want to do a knowledge nature?
Nature? Is that the only option?
No thanks to.
That is
I'll
the
take a
correct
steady
option.
All right. Nature check. Here we go. Not that many dice, either. Ooh!
Calm down, mate.
9.
Okay. You've heard tales that there are definitely some dangerous plants. Cacti that stab you with their spiky needles and poison you and all sorts of things, but you don't know the specifics.
Alright. So, plants. Alright. I am going to cast a spell, and the spell I'm going to cast will be I don't think there is a sleep won't work. Their plants, dissonant whispers, their plants, dispel magic, their plants. Shatter might work. I am going to cast Shatter on this cacti right here.
All right.
And I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
Ooh.
So that would be 5d8. And while I'm casting this, I'm also going to use my Iron Ring of Probability. Go to Lions, enhance probability, a trinket that was shaped by an artist. Skip all that. It improves the DC or hit and damage of a spell you cast by +2. You must say the activation word lock and fire. This expends item has 25 charges.
I failed the save. Roll some damage.
I'm sorry, what was happening?
He's casting Shatter on the nearest cactus that's trying to pull his cank towards it. Now the cactus... 35 damage. Hot damn.
I was gonna just be gross.
Okay, the cactus explodes. Cactus pulp goes everywhere with a giant wet splork.
Splork.
Get hit by any of the needles. Fragmentation
First element.
grenade.
I didn't want to cast Action Surge.
He popped it with his mind.
Gonna cast Action Surge the spell.
Want to use Action Surge.
So now's your time. Do the filing. Just melt all of the cactuses. Absorb them.
Man, you just want to see me get executed, huh?
we
Like
all
the second-
know.
This,
We all
this,
know. Well, maybe Taurus didn't know. Maybe Ringside didn't know. But we all know.
the second I cast it, he fell for it. Get him! He fell for it.
All right. The fleshy body of the spider cactus was vulnerable to the Shatter spell. It exploded instantly. All right. So, Morg, what do you do?
I want to cast Action Surge.
Are they
Oh, hang on.
spiders or are they cactuses?
Hold that thought. Action Surge. What else do you do?
I'm gonna fire one of my special magical arrows at this little buddy right here.
All right. You're aiming at the one that's got Morg's cank in its tentacled grip.
Yeah.
What about this one over here?
Which one?
The one closer to you. No one's gonna protect that one.
But I mean, whose cank is that?
Oren's.
Probably Orange. Orange is closer to this one, to this cactus.
He likes to sneak around so he doesn't always ride his cank.
All right. I'll go for the cactus that is least likely. I'll go for the one that's closer to me.
Okay. Turning around to shoot the cank that's eating Oren's cank. Or to shoot the cacti that is eating Oren's cank.
Thanks, mate.
Kapow.
Stopping, bro.
Armor class 13.
Unless I get shit on here, it should be fine.
A Bluey.
Damn, 35 damage for
Oh no.
Are you?
Your arrow hits the canyon wall.
The action surge was too fast.
Okay, hold on.
Quick draw
There
McGraw.
has to be something I can do about this. Hold on.
Didn't take the time to aim.
Hold on. There has to be something I can do about this.
Sometimes a spent turn is just a spent turn.
Sometimes.
Wait, are these blue circles where the actual cacti thing is?
No. Those are puddles of muddy water.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. There has to be something. Come on. No.
End your frickin' turn.
my turn is done.
Okay, so Morg transforms into an ant and charges forward, I take it?
When I dismount the kink, how much movement does that take? Any movement?
I think it's half your movement.
Okay, so 15, and then I'll use my bonus action to turn into an ant, and then I have 25 feet left as an ant. I go 5. I'm not in melee range with the cacti, right?
No.
What about
Then
the
I will
tentacles?
only shoot it. Oh, can I attack the tentacle thing?
You can?
Okay. I will try to sever the tentacle thing with my bite attack.
Okay. You start munching on the tentacles. They're not that hard to chew through.
Oh, so I don't need to roll an attack or damage or anything?
No, you just spend your turn doing it.
Okay. I use my multi-attack to shoot my stinger at the cacti itself.
All right, bit of a ranged attack in there in the mix. The cactus, you'll notice, also has rather large spikes.
Oh, 12 doesn't hit, right? You said AC 13?
13. It bounces off the hard outer shell.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right. Gramorn.
Okay, so what is the creatures that seem to be the cacti are these big round thing here?
Yeah.
And these tentacles, they seem to be kind of attached to it.
Uh-huh.
So if I attack the tentacles, does it hurt the cacti?
They can be destroyed. They're like ropes with little spikes on the ends.
Okay, so for this round, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cast. I don't need to cast it this time. I'm going to cast Spiritual Guardian.
All right.
So around me, whatever is an enemy, not my tanks, and not the friends that I can see, if they're in this circle, they're gonna take a crap load of damage.
Okay.
And if they fail their check, DC 19, they're slowed as well.
Strong. Orin, way up on the canyon wall, overseeing all of this from his Overwatch position.
You want to roll the damage for those cacti?
They're not in it, are they?
Well, some are, like the ones that are attached to my kanks and attached to the cart.
You just want to burn up the tentacles? That's fine.
Yeah, for now. Okay, so I don't roll for now.
No, the tentacles have like 1 hit point or something.
So, the cactus nearby me at this point has no tentacles attached.
They have been severed. They've been chewed off.
Okay, so at this time, I see that there's a my kank has a tentacle, and there's a the kank next to it also has a tentacle. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What I would like to do is
The second one you mentioned, though, that cactus exploded.
Right. Okay. I see. I see. That's what that green stuff is there.
Yeah.
Nice. Fantastic. Okay. What I want to do is, since I have that crystal that allows me to make my psychic blades once more, I would like to.
Wait, are you sure that a psychic blade's going to work in a plant?
It makes like force damage essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
He physically manifests them for an instant. They're not real, but he believes in them and he throws them and they do damage.
They're not real.
That's
That's
some
great.
orc nonsense right there.
I'll paint him red. All right. So wait a minute. Yes, proficiency bonus. Okay, very good. And that's a +8. Yes, it's still +8. Okay, done. And done.
Wait, you
All
paint them purple? No.
Well, that's just okay. D8. I'm a D8. Psychic knack that. Oh my God! It's not blown, but the dagger sinks into the side of the cactus and does not seem to do damage. I'm gonna throw the other one.
All right, offhand attack.
Unbelievable. Now the does this also have the same bonus?
Same bonus to hit, but then when it does damage, it only does a D4 instead of a D6.
Okay. Now, so
I'll be
there's
right
a
back,
bit.
guys.
I've got D4 plus Dex or no? I forget.
Ranged attacks
way.
usually do your dex damage, but I think because it's an offhand attack, it probably doesn't do any bonus damage.
Okay, fine.
That's
So
the
there's
usual
3.
rule in 5e is the offhand doesn't get the bonus damage.
Gotcha. Sneak attack or no? Plan?
He's not engaged with an enemy currently, so no.
Okay. Well, I hadn't engaged either. I mean, if it's sneak attackable, I haven't. I've been sneaking. I've been hidden. So.
He's got life sense. He knows where you are.
Oh, really?
Yes, the cactus can just detect you. It doesn't have any eyeballs or anything. It just has an innate psychic ability to sense where you're at.
Well, dang. All right then. So 3 damage. That's all.
3 damage.
And now I will start coming down the mountain here. I would like to make my way downtown with a acrobatics or athletics, either one.
Yeah, whatever's good for you.
Okay.
Like I said, there's some ledges on the way down, so you could just do a couple acrobatic flips from ledge to ledge. That's fine.
24 coming down. All
Nope,
right.
no problem. You even do it with style.
And that is my turn.
Okay, so ringside. You were cruising along 60 feet up. What do you want to do? Taro. See AFK? He might be
I
AFK.
think he had to go.
He's still in the Discord. He might have temporarily left.
Yeah, he said he had to go for a second.
Gotcha.
His mic just flared up.
He'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, he'll be back.
What time is it? 10:19. Do you guys want to take a little break? I could go refill my coffee cup. Certainly wouldn't hurt.
Okay, unless we're gonna have Taurus go. But yeah.
Doors, kill this freaking cacti.
I can go real quick.
All right.
I want to jump down onto the cactus below me, smashing it to slow my fall.
No. You want to land on it?
No, like with my weapon. Like, you know, like you could stick your weapon into the wall to slow yourself down. I want to stick my hammer into the cactus to slow my fall.
I'm gonna slow your roll. Your newfound intelligence kicks in. Your synapses are firing, all in sync. You're in a flow state, and your newfound brain powers tell you, wait a minute, if I jump onto a cactus, my ass will be full of cactus thorns. That's a terrible idea.
No. I don't want to jump onto the... Because I would have done that. I thought about that.
Okay,
That's what I
as long as you're
would've
landing off to either side, it's good. But the
No,
cactus is
like,
covered
so,
in like
like-
6-foot-long spikes that will impale you if you're landing on top of it.
Like,
Like the way the spider cactus works is
I'm
it's
gonna
got like
hit it-
feeding spikes, the big feeding spikes, and it pulls you onto them, and you get impaled, and then it sucks all your blood out. That's how
What
they
I'm
stay
saying-
hydrated.
So, I would hit it... I would jump down, like, here...
Okay.
And on my way down, I would bring my hammer out, you know, horizontal.
Sounds
or
good to me.
downward, Actually.
Sounds good to me, as long as you're not coming directly down on top of it, because those spikes would hurt.
Yeah,
Let him
yeah,
make
I
his
want to jump
mistakes,
into
Amiga.
this. That's
He-
I said it
his-
out loud.
his character's-
I said I want to.
His character's no longer dumb enough to not notice things like that.
It's the player.
Yeah. I'm just no. I fucking said it. So, anyways,
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
had to
so I-
clarify the specific movements he's doing. It's fine.
yeah, I said to slow my fall, not to cushion my fall.
All right. It is
yeah,
a
I'll
50-foot
just,
drop. I mean, fall damage might factor in, but you probably don't care too much. Do you just want to...
well, like I said, so it doesn't slow my fall at all if I like.
No.
How tall
So,
is the plant?
okay, so like if you do a death from above attack and you land on the enemy can cushion your fall. But in this case, it's a really bad idea because it's a cactus. So rare occasion where that totally doesn't work. But normally, yeah, I would let you cushion your fall with landing on the body. Depending on the height of the thing you're landing on, right? That would reduce the height. So if it's a 50-foot wall and a 10-foot tall cactus, then it would actually be a 40-foot drop. And you can use Dex to reduce that another 10 feet if you get a DC 15 acrobatics test. Which is free, so you don't have to use an action to do that. You can just roll it. It's part of your movement, part of your jump down.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I don't know how to explain it better. So, whatever you said was good. I like it.
Okay,
So
so
just roll
roll
my
an
attack?
acrobatics, roll an attack.
Okay. All right, here's my acrobatics.
That determines whether it's 4d6 or 5d6.
It's a 14.
Okay. Ouch. Your ankle! 19 damage. And then we'll see how much you do to the cacti. You'll probably smash it flat.
Yeah.
Just don't whiff.
Yeah.
Here,
Here's
while you're
my
doing the rolls,
attack roll.
I'll dial in the damage numbers here.
22 to hit. For
Can you do less than 12 damage?
no.
Okay, you smash it flat. It dies. Kapoof.
Okay. Cool. And then I'll turn to.
You are covered in
This
milky
one.
cactus sap. Sploosh.
So since I fell, does that count as my movement speed?
All movement counts. So that was 50 feet of movement.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
Well, like flying creature has to factor in every direction, right? The same applies to jumping creatures. It's a weird thing about D&D.
Okay.
I've actually done things where I think it was with you, where you were like hanging in midair for half of a turn.
Yeah. That was jumping.
Yeah.
But
Jumping down is the same
falling.
though. It all factors in.
Okay. Well, that's all my movement speed.
We lost Soul.
But I'll bonus turn. If I bonus turn rage, I'll get an extra 20 feet. So then I'll move. I can use my second attack to throw something, right?
Sure.
Oh shit! I'm gonna throw my brand new Cyclopean War Pick.
Okay. So your offhand attack, you just fling your weapon at the cacti. Let's see that attack
Yeah.
roll. Ranged attack. Armor class 13.
It's a heavy mounted strike, sundering, versatile, 4d6.
This is fun because this is like the one with the chain and it comes back to you.
Yeah, it's a 4d6. That's what it says for versatile. I
You
don't
get to be
understand.
Scorpion. Get over here.
Enchantment +1. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's a masterwork +1 weapon. So I add +1 to that, right?
On the attack roll.
It's versatile, so I can use strength, right?
Versatile is if you're using both hands to throw it.
Oh. No, I'll be using one. Oh, so that's for damage though. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't say if it's if I'm using strength or dex for it.
That kind of weapon, like a thrown weapon, you can use strength. I'm sure you'd prefer it.
Okay, so I'll use strength.
There's like a gray area for strength throw weapons. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of ranged attacks are dex, but in that case, sometimes you're just a strength guy that wants to throw a javelin or whatever. Throwing hammers and stuff.
Alright, so my plus to hit is plus 10 to hit for this. I'll throw the hammer, and it's a +1 too, so I get 11. Alright. That's a crit. 31 to hit.
Alright. This thing doesn't do as much damage, so you might not kill it in one shot. Let's find out.
Well, it does 3d6 plus 3. And it's masterwork, add +2 damage, enchantment +1.
Just let me know if it all adds up to 12.
Well, it's a crit too. So, anyways,
So, yes. 12 plus.
wait. Oh, plus 5. Oh shit, +6. Yeah. So 9. Plus 9. Yeah, I'll throw this shit.
Okay.
28 damage.
Kaboosh.
Get over here!
Unfortunately, there's not enough pieces to drag back.
I say, I like this thing.
All of its little baby cactuses let out a single tear.
Are they spiders or cactus?
They're cactuses. They're definitely plants. It's just a name. They're called spider cacti because they shoot out a web or a tentacle and they drag you back in.
Not considered beasts then.
No. You could not turn into one of these, unfortunately.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so there's only one left. They don't have multiple shots. They're one-shot monsters, so you guys can just do the thing where you finish it off in dramatic fashion.
Can I eat it while I'm an ant, or will the spines kill me from the inside?
Nah, it's fine. You can be careful.
I munch off the cactus.
All right. In ant form, he's munching on the creature until it dies. Does anybody want to do anything?
I'm gonna
I
walk
want
around
to-
and then with the
It was an odd encounter.
yeah, and with my spirit guardian, just melt them as I walk.
All right, you obliterate them with your spirit guardian one by one.
Yeah, I'll smash all the little ones too.
This is what you get.
Does
Don't
this-
grow up into a
does
big
this
bad
make-
one.
Does this make us defilers?
No. As long as you're smashing them by normal means, it's all good.
Is there a way to
That
recover
is the truth.
fruits?
I believe the cactus is edible. You'll have to cut away the spikes, but then you can eat the fruit of it.
Yeah, that'd be a good meal, I think.
I'm saying, do they have any magical fruit?
No.
Oh.
Is there any possible like items that might have been caught through previous passer, like people passing?
You investigate for a while, but all you find is the occasional animal bones tucked in around the dead bodies of the spider cacti.
And there's water, you said, huh? As well.
Yeah, you could probably refill like your water skins at this little puddle here.
Okay. We'll get what we can. Right?
Most of the water's not very clean. It's mud puddles mostly, but this has a deep part that you could get some good water out of. There's a little bit of spring water trickling out from this elevated rock.
I'm sure the kanks will enjoy eating that flesh from those cactus.
Now, notice, Morg's kank is just, like, dead. It will die within 3 turns.
No,
What?
I'll go
Why?
and get a small healing.
It got
Only
hit by so many tentacles that it died. It
I'm
took
gonna bring it back to life.
35 plus damage and KO'd.
How much healing
Oh,
do
no.
I need to give it to bring it back on its feet?
Well, any amount of healing will get it back on its feet. It's just a matter of how many hit points it's going to have while it's there. Now, you're also going to notice that this Kank does not move. It seems to be alive, but it's immobile. The same goes for one of the Kanks on your cart. It just doesn't respond to anything. You tell it to go, it doesn't go. It doesn't budge an inch.
I'll do a medicine check on them.
This one also does not move. This one, however, is twitching spastically and seems to be fighting, and for the next 30 seconds, it continues to struggle and try to move around. But after those 30 seconds go by, it also goes rigid and stops moving altogether.
I get 28 medical check.
All right. So it seems as if there's a very strong paralytic effect on the needles of these cacti. And for the next hour, these Kanks are not going to be able to move.
So we might want to make camp here.
Take a short rest.
A short rest would do it. You'll find after an hour, all the Kanks are able to move again. It's really nasty. Like, if you make the save, I roll 2d4. And that's how many turns you're able to act, sort of. Like, you can only do one action or one bonus action or one movement per turn because you're half paralyzed. And that only lasts for, like, 2d4 turns, and after that you are fully succumbed to the paralysis, which lasts for a full hour.
I give 12 health
Burn
to
every
the
fucking
Kank.
cactus you see.
I give 12 health to the Kank that went down.
Okay.
And I'll tell Tomork you might want to give that one some of your fruits.
Yeah.
It's in pretty bad condition.
I will turn back into a human. And how much max HP do kings even have? Oh, 35.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll use 2 level 1 spells and give it 20 healing berries of health points. So it's back at 22. Or 32.
I'm gonna do a survival check, and I just get an 18. But I wanted to see if I can get some of these needles with the paralytic, poison.
So this is fun. You can attempt to recover one needle, but it is a dexterity saving throw to not prick yourself in the process and become paralyzed. So it's not a typical survival check. It is to obtain one needle is a dexterity save to avoid the poison trap.
If you ask me to, I'll do it.
I'm gonna use 2 more healing spells
Well,
for
then I'll assist you then.
kings.
I'll assist you instead of trying
Orange
to take it
kink
myself.
and
You'll get advantage.
Soul's kink.
It is a stupidly powerful paralysis poison.
So I'll walk up to one and try to pull the thorn out. You said it's a dexterity saving throw?
Correct.
To pull one out?
DC 18.
But you do have advantage.
I already have advantage.
Oh, but you have a +1 then.
Hey guys, I don't know if something happened while I was gone, but my son threw up in the car and he just got back.
Ugh. Oh boy, good luck
11.
with that. You're gonna be cleaning for a while.
Car sickening or what?
Yeah. Well, I got him in the shower and my wife's cleaning up the car, the seats and stuff. So.
Do the kinks get an advantage? The benefit of a short rest while they're paralyzed, or probably not, right?
The paralysis isn't fatal. What ends up killing you is having all your blood sucked out by the bigger needles.
Well, we have a Taurus that is paralyzed right now.
So as long as you can still breathe while you're paralyzed and nothing eats you while you're paralyzed, you'll be all right.
Actually, does he have a Constitution save to make if he gets Pricked
Oh,
by
and if I
needle.
get pricked,
Right, right. He's making a dex save to avoid getting pricked, but if he gets pricked, he still gets to make a con save against the poison itself. Now
Okay.
the problem is once he
got
makes
pricked.
the con save, it still paralyzes him, but he has 2d4 turns to fight it.
Okay, so I got pricked. So I need to do my con save.
Yeah. Okay, for the
Okay.
next 7 turns, you are half
Oh.
paralyzed down the entire side
I
of
gotta
your
make my
body
con
where you
save.
touched it.
I got my con save first,
Uh-huh.
right?
I am assuming you're gonna make it, but even when you make it, it only gives
11.
you time.
Okay.
Oh wow, you didn't even make it, so you're just paralyzed right away.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Don't you have advantage on con saves?
No, I have advantage on deck saves.
Damn, that was some terrible rolls.
Yeah. Pretty
Did
bad.
you
That
do
is-
this before we took the short rest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was right before we took a short rest.
All right, so
Yeah.
an
Okay.
But I
hour
got
goes
but I
by.
did get it right. I did pull it out.
I'm gonna say if you got pricked, you didn't have time. You were instantly paralyzed.
Fuck.
I'm having a big laugh. Looking at Thor's paralyzed.
Everybody takes an hour to rest, and he's still standing there with his fingers pinched on one needle.
You
Do
fool!
I get the benefit of a short rest?
Yeah, you do. You can recover hit dice as normal. You don't actively do anything during that hour because you're paralyzed, but the paralysis doesn't prevent you from resting, so that's fine.
do
Are we
kings
out
have
of
hit
combat?
dice? Do they heal
Yeah, you're out of
from
combat.
short rest?
Oh wow.
If you would like to roll hit dice for healing your kanks, you're welcome to.
Yeah, I'll roll my.
There are a couple with injuries. This one's got... Well, I guess they got cleared out.
No, I was wondering because I didn't know if I was supposed to use any healing spells or if they would heal some before I use my healing spells. That's why.
Yeah, just like a player, they can use hit dice to heal when you're taking a rest,
What
or
is
you can
their
apply
hit dice
healing.
for a cake?
According to the manual, a kank has 5 d10s.
Okay, so D10 is there.
19. I healed for with 2 hit die. I healed all the way up.
Okay.
Alright. Well, that was a cool encounter. I'm still going to run and make coffee, but it'll probably only take me a couple minutes.
Okay, then I'm gonna go back and check on the kiddos.
Okay.
It's time to pull some pranks on Taurus right now. Well,
What are you gonna do to him?
I don't know. Set his head on fire, maybe.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to put my desk together. And I think I figured out what I was gonna do is I was gonna take my tower and put it on top of my hutch above my desk, and just make sure I have long enough cables to run down to the down to everything.
Yeah, you had it on your desk, huh?
Yeah, I put it on. So I can't put it on the right side of my desk because I have the hutch that has cabinets that won't be able to open.
That's too low, yeah.
It's too tall to go underneath the hutch. And
Is it a full tower or mid size?
it's a full size, yeah, full ATX. and then it's too what do you call it? It's too big. If I put it sideways, I can't put my monitor in front of it without blocking everything. Because I still won't be able to open up my cabinet.
Yep.
So
Well,
I'm
you
like,
wanna-
fuck.
Well, if you put it under the desk or something, that'll actually cancel some of that noise too that it makes next to you.
Well, I want to. So it has like it's the tempered glass with like all the
Yeah,
the
all
numbers and stuff on the
RGBs and all
side.
that crap. Yeah.
Well, I have the screens on the inside of the case that tell me like the cooling and the wattage and stuff.
Yeah. How often do you look at that though?
Well, I used to look at it all the time,
Yeah.
like because of how the desk was set up. I had it like right beside my screen. But now, like it'll be a little bit higher. I mean, I can just glance up and see the one. I might have to stand up to see the other one. But it'll give me a lot of desk space if I do that too. So, perfect. Will that fit? That's the question. But I gotta get a new mount for my big ass monitor because this shit's too tall. 24 inches. Yeah, it'll fit up there. No problem.
Hey, dude.
No.
Yeah. And these needles will be great for Orin. Any rogues? Just getting
Okay,
it
I'm
off
back.
is gonna-
To be honest, I think if I could get like a glove or something, if I had a glove, could I like pick these without like getting paralyzed?
A hazard
Mhm.
glove.
If you had like like pliers, could you not like hold it from the tip without
Does anybody have a full plate mailed gauntlet?
I don't.
If you had a full plate metal mailed gauntlet, you might be able to pick it.
Oh wait a second, those didn't we have like a pair of gauntlet, like magical gauntlets?
I think we actually do. From
Yeah, the
Zetheroth?
Ziberon.
Zeberon? Yeah. Look
They're
on my
iron
it's
gauntlets.
on my thing. Yeah, look on my thing. I have them
Yeah, they're iron
on my
gauntlets.
table. Yeah. They're just like fuck, man.
No, this is how it works. You have a resource, use it. All right, so you dig out the gauntlets, you put them on. They're magic resizing gauntlets or whatever. So, using those gauntlets, it decreases the DC from 18 to 10. So, Dex 10 to not get pricked.
Yeah.
There you go.
I should be able to make those. I have advantage. Dex. You want to roll for mine? It's a +3 with advantage. Or sorry, if you assist me, it's a +4 with advantage.
A dex?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Can I give, if I assist him, can I give him guidance as well?
You have to give me resistance.
I think guidance lasts a while, right? Like you can cast it on him, then you can help, and he can use the guidance independent of your helping. I think the timing of that does work.
So yeah, guidance is a concentration.
As long as you don't get hit in the meantime, right?
I passed the. I could have picked it up myself with my roll. So yeah, I do give you a time.
All right, DC 10 with the gauntlet. So he's. So you're holding his belt as he leans forward to try to grab one needle.
Oh, buddy, just hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'm
Can you
gonna
roll it for me, Chris?
I'm gonna assume he's gonna get it. Roll it.
+4, you said?
Yeah, with advantage.
See what it does? 2 ones. Come on, 2 ones. You get a 14 and a 13. Yeah, he gets 14.
Good enough. All right, so you now have your hands on one devastatingly potent paralysis needle from a spider cactus. How are you going to store it? This thing is a crazy dangerous thing to have, and it's very pointy. Like, you put this in a regular backpack, it's likely to poke right through the backpack and stab you in the ass, and everybody will wonder why you stopped walking.
We need like a containment, like a tube. Like a bamboo stick, you know, you can stick it in.
What about Taurus's his box in his earring?
Whoa,
Taurus,
whoa.
you can put it there, right?
Hold on, hold on.
Jingle your little bell
I
thing.
actually think I have something I can put it in.
It's pee hole.
What about a tinder? I have a tinder box. Can I put it in a tinder box?
Yeah. Just make a note that every time you go to start a fire, you have a chance of, like, poisoning yourself.
No,
we
no,
have,
no.
like,
I'm gonna take everything out of the tinder box and put it somewhere else, and then use the tinder box.
That's fair.
So I would assume
All
the
right.
tinder box is hard.
Empty it out, use the box. You can do that. No problem.
Scroll casing would be nice for that.
Yeah, I think a scroll case would be about perfect, but a tinderbox works in a pinch.
Yeah, we just need to get a scroll case next time we get to town.
Well, how big are they? They're just like little thorns, aren't they?
What?
I thought they were just little thorns.
No, they're not small. They're pretty big thorns,
No. The paralysis ones are no bigger than maybe the palm of your hand, maybe 5 or 6 inches in length.
Small scroll.
You could use it like a dagger, in fact, the poison tip, and then you could hold on to the wider base of it like a dagger. It's very fragile, though, practically a one-shot item, because once you stab something with it, it'll break almost every time.
Cool, we got that, and we made ourselves a nice cactus salad.
Okay, when you proceed during the day, the weather is nice. The weather is actually rather fair. You travel beyond the 5-mile radius of where you were protected from the wind. And the wind starts to pick up. And so your visibility on the horizon is obscured because there's a sandstorm making everything just sort of a dull gray in the morning. It's probably not enough to slow down your navigation, but it does decrease your visibility down to probably only a little distance ahead of you. Is this your marching order right here? Let's take a moment to put yourself in the position that you're actually moving in.
I wanted to try to pick another one of those thorn bush things with the gauntlet on.
Okay. This does run the risk of you being stuck for upwards of a full hour, though.
Yeah, we'll try that because I want to get some of these for forward.
Everyone agree to that? You want to try to farm these a little bit? Deafening silence. You guys passing out on me?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if everyone is back.
What's the time of day right now?
It is the morning. The sun hasn't quite come up yet, so you're still in the cool part of the morning.
This might even be a good place to rest for us. Now that we cleared it out.
You want to stay here and rest another 7 hours? Make it a long rest instead of a short rest?
How far are we from Urik at this point?
At least another 2 days, I think.
Yeah, like even if we force walk, it's not necessarily going to be beneficial for us.
Okay. Let's take it easy then. The cakes got screwed up.
Yeah.
Because of the dust storm, the sun doesn't really hit as hard, and it's actually only 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to make any DC check against the heat. So forced march would only have the exhaustion risk. It wouldn't have any heat to worry about. It's your call, though. Do you want to make camp at the end of 10 hours of marching, or do you want to press on for 13?
I don't know. I don't care really, personally. If we want to collect more of these, like if that's really important, then we can do that, or we can just keep on going.
Yeah, I'll see.
Take over.
Can we
Take over,
just
we'll
stab
finish.
all of the sorcerer kings with these?
Yeah.
If you can get close to them.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
we
I'm gonna
blow it
try to
out of
grab a
a
couple
blow
more.
dart tube?
So what do I need to roll again? I need to roll the deck save.
Yep, just like last time. Attempt number 2, but with the glove. DC 10.
I'm not good at decks. I got a +1, you guys.
I'm assisting. I got a +2.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What?
Okay, so you burn an hour, not forced marching, but waiting. So while they're paralyzed, well, he's paralyzed. Does anybody else want to attempt to take one of the needles? I mean, you're going to wait here an hour regardless, so...
Yeah,
do you want to give it a try? I'll
I'll
try to assist you too.
I don't know what the DC is, but I'll give it a shot.
Or you want to assist me, and then I'll
if
try.
you take the glove off my hand, so my hand's
Well, I
paralyzed.
don't have. Wait, what is it? It's sleight of hand. I don't have proficiency, so I can't.
Oh, there you go. You got it on your
I
own.
can't do whatever.
You got it on your own there.
Oh, I got it. That made the check. Okay.
Yeah, we're passing along the gloves.
Okay. So you pull Taurus back, you take the glove off of his paralyzed hand, you put it on Morg, it resizes to fit Morg, and then Morg attempts to take it. Morg succeeds, but barely. You came awful close to getting pricked by the terrible poison.
Wait, I thought if you have a glove and you fail, like it's supposed to like not prick you. What's the point of the gloves?
The point of the glove is to decrease the DC by 8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I got the 13 with the glove.
It's giving you basically the armor class of plate armor against this potential poisoning.
So it's a DC 10, you said?
Yeah, if you're wearing the glove. All right. So,
Yeah, so I succeeded as well.
all right. So just make sure each of you marks one spider, cactus, needle,
You can just put it in the tinderbox.
Yeah, I'll put it in the tinderbox for you.
and mark that it is a DC 18 paralysis poison.
Alright, hold on. I'll put this in my note card real quick.
And as I said before, it's tricky poison because even if you make the save, it only gives you 2d4 turns where you can half do your actions before the paralysis hits you.
You know, the best person for that, and probably could use these better than anybody else, is just not here right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What, Rara?
We got 3 so far, right?
Or,
Oh wait, we got 4.
No, I'm here.
right?
I'm back. I'm back.
so if you want, you can wear these gloves. You get a DC 10, and you can collect one of those spiky.
We got
poison
3 so
paralyzing
far.
poison.
I would like to do so. Yes, please. I
Good
was
luck.
hearing the tail end of this.
And where are they?
Hand
They're
check.
they're DC 18 paralysis.
It's a reflex save.
So you have to do
slightly
a
dexterity.
dexterity save, actually. So what you're doing is you're reaching
it's
your
just
hand into a wall of spikes that are all paralysis poison, and you're trying to get your fingers around an individual needle without being pricked by any of the adjacent needles, and break it off and take it away with you.
Intact.
So you're basically doing like the surgery game where you don't want to touch the sides because it'll buzz you.
Right.
Right, and if you fail, you're
geez.
you're paralyzed for an hour.
I got
But if-
DC 17.
All right.
But
Reflex.
if you bring that, if
So
you
we got
use
4?
if you use the gloves, it will reduce your DC.
Yeah.
Right.
Wearing the gloves, it's only a DC 10 because the gloves are a lot more protective than just trying to do it barehanded.
There's still gaps in between the glove.
Correct.
Um,
It can get in between the joint and sort of stab you in the
To
hand
make this
anyway.
a more economical process, I would like to the one that was exploded with shatter. I'm sure has some bits of.
Well, I mentioned that they're extremely fragile, so it's important to put them in a container where they're protected. Like a scroll case is optimal, but you could put it in a box or
Ah.
something. Because these things are designed to shoot out, hit you, stab into you, and break with all the venom coming out immediately. So they're really like super thin,
Or like ammo.
chitin sort of plant thing that can easily break.
They're barbs.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So AKA
So I took my tinderbox and I emptied all the contents, and I'm putting them all in a tinderbox that we're gonna give to you.
So
I have
like
4.
when Ra cast Shatter, that probably destroyed all of the ones on that
All of
particular
those.
cactus
Yeah.
instantly.
Exactly. My visual as
So
well.
I'm paralyzed on the one that I was at. Did someone else get paralyzed too?
Nope.
I'm paralyzed, so I can't roll anymore. But you guys can keep rolling until you get paralyzed.
Turo's not here. I'll roll for him. He failed. He is also paralyzed next to you. He lets out a little dinosaur squawk as he seizes up.
I'll do it again. If we can do it again, I'll do it again.
All
with the
right.
gloves.
1 hour later, everybody very slowly regains the ability to move their body again. I guess you like wipe away the drool
Alright,
from your
another
mouth.
one.
You stretch because all your muscles are incredibly tense and sore from holding that position for an hour.
Another one.
Surprised whoever was following us doesn't fucking come back and just like kill us all.
Another one.
I got 7 so far. Let's go. He's the goat.
Another
oh my
one.
god!
This is the
He's a
D&D
fucking
episode where
goat.
like instead of going to wherever we're supposed to go, it's like a fishing episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Last one.
Can I do another one, Ninja?
Now, I'll warn you, these things have a limited shelf life as well. So you
I
have
kinda
to,
figured that as well.
because it's plant-based, it will quickly lose potency. So you want to use these within a week. You should probably make a note.
we're
Oh,
gonna
hey, wait
get
a
a
second.
blow dart gun and use these and
Hey. Think about this. We have to go in discreetly into Urik. And we don't necessarily want to cause trouble.
These things are about the size and scale of a prison shiv.
Oh, he made it! He made another one there.
This could help us a lot with gaining like access.
So you're saying?
I mean, the DC's 10. He has to roll a 1 to fail.
It's 11. He's getting
So-
ammo. He's getting ammo for his future blowgun.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh boy. Grimorn adds himself
Yeah,
to the
I'm
statue
paralyzed
gallery.
for an hour.
We have 2 statues standing there.
Oh,
Or 3
there it is.
statues, I mean.
Oh, 12.
Except
He's got
wait,
12.
4 statues.
wait,
That's on the second hour, though.
wait.
Oh, we're on the second hour now? That was his first one.
I pass.
I did that on the second
What?
hour.
What was that?
I rolled my psychic knack.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he did. Okay.
Unless,
Okay, I
unless,
grabbed
unless,
3 more before I failed.
unless now, we're under the paradigm, as I do sometimes in my games, where a nat 1 is a minus 20 to your roll.
checks.
No, it's not that way.
Okay.
I think the new 5e rule is that a 20 is always a success and a 1 is always a fail.
Yeah,
On all tests now?
I've read that. Yeah.
That's a weird.
I think that's the direction they're going for tests across the board.
Doesn't that screw up like the natural like ability feat thing that gives you like
it screws.
the
It's, I
minimum
don't know.
to your rolls?
It screws up some stuff, yeah. I'm betting they're not going to keep that when they do release a book.
Alright, so
I got 4 needles before I got
Yeah,
paralyzed.
I see a lot
If
of
we
people
have
on
the
the Facebook group that
telekinesis-
are fucking arguing about it.
Oh,
if
yeah,
we
I
had
bet.
telekinesis, couldn't we do it that way? Without getting poked?
You always have to handle it at some point, right?
Yeah, but move it into a tube.
Oh, to better weaponize this. All right, let's get the dart.
If
Let's
they're
get-
the
yeah.
size of a shiv, like the individual ones.
Now,
No, we need to get a whole
Scrap it with a
DARPA
handle.
contract for this.
Now, I believe there was a point in there where you guys were all paralyzed and standing around like statues.
No. I like my second. The one I felt is after the hour that Taurus was paralyzed. I waited.
Unfortunately,
No,
no wild beasts came along during that hour.
Also, I used my psychic knack. I used one of my dice pool.
Unfortunately, no wild beasts came along during the second hour either.
Okay.
On the second hour, I didn't try to pick any more. I'm just holding the box, the tinder box, and just watching out because I've already failed like 3 times. I'm done.
Now, Orin has
My hands are
a bunch of them, and he needs some place
Yeah.
to store them as well. So,
No, I put him in the tinder box.
yeah, you're gonna collect them all in the tinderbox.
I'll put 4 more in the tinderbox.
All right, all for safekeeping in the box.
So
I
have
only tried for the
16
first
now?
hour after I got paralyzed once I stopped.
Yeah, I put my 2 in your tinderbox too.
Okay, so I have 22 total.
Cool. That's like a box of bolts.
Yeah.
But you know, if we're trying to go into Urik Incognito, this could help us. You know. Paralyze
Stab
a
some
bunch of
people
guards.
who like give us trouble.
you
Call
par-
to stab. We're
You
gone.
paralyze the guards, you know, and then you keep on your
Well,
way.
I was thinking it would be more like you know the girls from Avatar. The not Kyoshi warriors. The fucking
The blue people one or the elemental avatar?
Animated.
Avatar. Last Airbender.
blue
The
people
ones
one.
who Ty Lee, she just walks up and just fucking puts a needle in someone's fucking pressure point, and they just get paralyzed. And she's like, "Fuck."
Like a monk thing.
Yeah.
Blow dart. It's probably
I picture Orange just does that with like a sleight of hand. You know. He
Yeah.
chooses a sleight of
yeah,
hand and just
mage
fucking,
hand.
or a mage hand. Yeah. Could just.
Poke somebody in the butt.
Perfect.
I think that's probably enough. We're gonna
Take a long rest.
run
And,
out. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's time we take our leave.
Okay.
I don't imagine we get more than 22 of these things.
no,
So
we
you
gotta
guys
rest.
decided
We-
to take a long rest. So 8 hours is gonna go by.
We have to. It's like the morning. So we gotta wait till the day is done and then leave at night.
While they
Is this
camp in
cactus
the
edible?
Leomund's-
Yeah.
Yes.
it
Yeah,
is.
we've had a meal of it so far.
While they camp in the Leomund's tiny hut, I'm just gonna during the day I'll gather the kinks around here, and I will I'll camp inside of this little oasis and just kind of like soak in the pool for the day. Keep
You
myself
got a
cool.
terrible case of tapeworm now.
Okay, so it's going to be 5 p.m. the next afternoon. So we time skip a little bit due to the rest. Around 5 p.m. when you come out of your bubble, it is 115 degrees. Now, you're still in the shadow of the valley here, so if you guys hang out for a couple hours in the shade,
You can do that.
then you can wait until night and skip the heat. All right, so
I can prep the food.
yeah, it's a good thing to pass the time. All right, so camped out in the shade, you're just going to pass a couple quick hours. That way the sun is going to go down and the heat is going to diminish before you set out on your journey.
It might give a chance to all the kanks to recoup, completely.
All right, the
How
kanks
much are
rest
these,
up.
How much are these cacti worth? These needles?
In their current fresh state, they're probably worth a lot to a bard.
Bard?
Okay, well, in the Dark Sun world, bards are assassins, so you have to keep that in mind. So any poison is going to be something that a bard would purchase and use.
Oh. You're both an assassin and a
And-
defiler? The fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
He's a
Yes,
bad
I
boy.
am defiler. The worst kind.
All of the bad things you're not supposed to be, right?
We keep on going for the day, I guess.
Okay, so you made your meal, everybody eats it, that way when the night falls, it's not going to be terribly cold.
Yeah, and we're protected as well against the cold.
Yeah, protected against the cold. The nighttime temperature is 24 degrees Fahrenheit. It would have been a DC 23 save. Add this to my notes here. All right, nighttime.
Oh, wait a minute. There we go.
Okay, so the suns have set, and darkness has fallen. Your bellies are full of the hot food provided by the god of fire. You begin traveling. You get back into your marching order. Ring sight takes Omen and flies up to a healthy 40 or maybe 50 feet up. And he's just surveying ahead as he goes. He's just using his passive perception to look around.
There we go.
You guys are in a wide formation where you're all spread out, end to end in the valley.
Side by side, I think.
Are you traveling in the wagon, Grimoire?
Yeah, like I gotta control my kanks.
I'm gonna go back up on top of the
So I'm
ridge.
sitting, looking in front.
Skywill, what's your position? Are you on the plateau, or are you with the group on
Now,
your kank?
Is the plateau gonna last on the canyon wall to the side?
No, it will be intermittent, and it'll often be rough terrain, and you'll fall behind quickly.
Hey, this tinderbox, I'm giving this tinderbox to you, Skywell.
Thank you.
Put it on
I
the board.
wanted to thank you. I do still have that body manipulation talent that we chose, the one that lets me ignore difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So,
It doesn't ignore the change in elevation, though.
oh, fair. Okay. Then I will go back with the group, please.
Okay. You hop on your kank and ride comfortably for hours and hours and hours. Time passes, and at this point, you are deep into the night. Change the lighting situation a little bit. All right.
Nice.
Deep into the night as you're traveling. Who's got light? Is Taurus carrying a torch?
I do
No,
have my
I'm
lantern.
gonna
as
try
well.
to just use the moonlight again.
Okay, you
I
got your
my
lantern
so I
out.
can light right in front of the kinks.
Lighting the
traveling.
way.
I'm gonna try to go in stealth up here. rolled my cards.
Can you make in Dark Sun a bard assassin half giant?
You could. They'd have a hard time hiding because not much stuff can hide the bulk of a half giant. I'm sure floorboards would creak a lot when you're trying to sneak into the second story.
What are the Helven kind boots?
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, with the right equipment, you might be able to make it work, but the low levels would be hard.
Yeah. You'd be playing their drum or something.
Okay, so you guys are moving along when something goes horribly wrong, as it tends to do. Alright, so everybody in this line has just walked into something.
You can see it and stuff.
Not only do you see it, well, no, you don't see it. That's the problem. It's nearly invisible to the naked eye, but you've walked into it, and it's so thin it's like razor wire, and it immediately cuts into the flesh of everybody who touched it.
My poor King.
I'll step on the kink. Step the kinks.
King, why you die?
You walk back.
Why is everybody in a straight line?
Yeah, that was an unfortunate position to put yourself in for this tripwire type attack. Let me look for the entry here for exactly what it do. Okay, if someone walks unsuspecting into a crystal web, they take 4d6 points of slashing damage.
Wow.
Oh, it's so sharp. Devastating. Everyone takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage just then.
There's no chance for passive perception?
No. Invisible to the naked eye.
Oh, dang.
Well, I guess I'll pull on the kinks.
Even
so
with
they
trap
will die.
sense?
Even with trap sense. Alright, he's got 9,
I
he's
see
got
anything
9,
from
he's got
above?
9. No, you don't see anything.
Well, I'm not talking about the crystal wire, but I'm saying anything else going on, like an ambush or something.
Within the area of the illumination of this torch right here, from certain angles, you get just the faintest glint of illumination reflecting off the edge of the wire. But other than that, it's invisible, completely. In the darkness, completely.
Can I take a dagger and try to cut it?
Well, I was saying like, so the reason I'm up here on top of this rock is I'm trying to like scout all around here.
Alright, so
I
you're
didn't
gonna
see it.
spot something, and you think to yourself, I'm too smart to fall for that. That's not a rock. That's a cleverly concealed sack.
With my dagger, can I cut the wire?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can start cutting at the wire.
Yeah. I'll
Did you roll for how much damage we take?
9 damage.
That would be my tank. My tank
So when I
sticking.
see them all take damage, like run to the wire, I can see, I go on alert and I see the sack, and I'll just whistle to them and be like, shh, like there's something up ahead, careful.
What was that? Something scratched my legs up fiercely.
Yeah, all the kinks got injured, but I cut the wire on the ground. But there could be more. I can really see it.
Oh, I guess that goes to the Kanks, not me, huh?
I was sitting on my cart and my kinks got hurt.
Generally, it would be the kanks that take the damage if you're riding on the kank.
I'll take that damage back off.
Okay, so
Walk
here's
up on the wall.
here's the situation. As soon as the web is touched and your blood begins to flow, this egg sac bursts open and a huge spider emerges from it.
Why are there so many motherfucking spiders, cacti, spiders?
Now, that's a big one, and then there's a smaller one that is emerging from this egg sac here, and a smaller one that is
Can we
emerging
turn into
from this
beasts?
egg sac here.
Maybe.
Oh my god,
I
we have
wanna-
such high AC.
As soon as I see them take the damage and stuff, and I do the whistle, I want to just start going down.
Oh, you unlocked it. Lock.
My bad.
Keep it on lockdown.
I'm trying to lock mine.
Is that a nasty looking
Are-
spider or what?
I
Crystal
wanna slide
spiders.
down- Before we go
do
into
these
initiative,
webs? Do
I
these
wanna
webs
slide
actually
down the-
act like webs where they stick?
The webs are not sticky, but they are strong.
Did I roll initiative again?
Now, if you're already in the webs, which all of your kanks are, it says that they need to make a dexterity roll, and if they fail, they'll take an additional 3d6 slashing damage, getting themselves out of it during their movement.
Will
can I break the web?
handle animal or vehicle land help with this process?
Does it count if I cut the wire though?
You can carefully spend your turn cutting the wire away from it to get it out. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what it would do.
It's immune to anything that doesn't have a sharp edge, though. So, like a crushing weapon does nothing to the webs.
No, a sharp dagger.
Dagger or sword, anything like that, you can use to saw through the wire. It's pretty strong, though.
I can use my axe, right?
Yeah.
My hand axe.
The hand axe would do it.
Yeah, but
I've
you
got a special
probably
bone
never
scythe.
saw it,
No. I saw you guys take damage, and then I slid down.
Okay, so we should do initiative just to figure out what order everyone's doing their stuff in. I'm gonna set up the spider here after I reset it. Unlike a spider cacti, this is a crystal spiders.
The kinks get their saving throw when they hit the web or on their turn?
On your turn, if you choose to move out of the web, that's when you would make the save. It's like you're trying to carefully get out from the cutting edge.
I already rolled my initiative, 13.
Ooh, got a 20, baby.
I think we might be missing a couple people now.
Yeah, I'm rolling for soul and for tat.
So it's at least clear to me with either handle animal or the land vehicle skill that something has harmed the Kank's legs, and I'm aware of the web at this point.
Yeah, you guys ran into it, so it's like you hit a wall of blades, and everybody goes "ow!" Or all the kanks recoil from the harm and the pain. So you guys would all be aware of it.
So now at this point we're aware. But I have to wait till my turn.
Is everybody rolled? Should I hit the button?
I don't know about Soul and
I rolled for him.
them. Okay.
I think we're good. So, in fact, it is Taurus who is the first to react, because he wasn't caught in the line of nasty slashing webs. You're the quickest to act. What do you do?
So I slid down the mountain already, but I want to go ahead and try to brace in front, because I saw these sacks, right?
Yeah.
So I want to make a dash to get in front of this spider. Get, like, tank it, you know? So I'll, as soon as I get down the mountain, I want to rage. So get my 20. And then I want to go,
Hang on.
so,
That's a 50-foot drop. That might hurt. Are you just going to eat the damage?
no, I said, as soon as I saw the sacks and they took damage, I wanted to slide down before initiative.
Okay, so your, like climbing speed is half of your regular movement speed, so it's going to slow you down a bit.
I'm confused.
It's just a matter of, like, how do you safely get down from the mountain? Either you're slowing down to climb,
What I'm saying
or I'm
is
rolling
before
damage for
this
fall.
initiative, before this turn, I'm at the bottom of the mountain already.
You can't have it both ways. Either you're up there when the encounter happens, or you're not, right? And you chose to be up on the thing during the positioning.
Okay. Well then I'll. guess I'll. And my ring of jumping gives me extra distance, but it doesn't cushion my blow.
Nah.
Right.
It's a hard fall to drop 50 feet.
Yeah, but. All right, I'll do my my ring of jumping. That's a bonus action though, right? And I can't stack a bonus action with my rage. That's a bonus action.
Mm.
Wow.
Do you want to rage or do you want to jump? Turn 1, tough choices.
Okay, I'm not gonna rage first. I'm going to do my ring of jumping. I'm gonna do my ring of jumping, and I'm
You're
going
gonna
to
jump even higher than you already are.
I'm not jumping higher. I'm gonna jump farther.
Oh.
I want to jump all the way over to here.
All right,
I
you
don't
do
know
a
how far that is.
flying leap.
Yeah. So that's what I'm there. So it's 20.
Didn't we calculate your jump distance at like 50
40.
feet when you do that?
It's like 66.
66.
So,
Crazy amount of jump. Crazy amount of jump.
so it's 20, 40.
So you're just trying to cut it off at the pass, and then Long, what is
Yeah,
your
I'm just
move going to be?
Be able to get to here, I guess. But then I'm gonna fall the 50 feet. So I guess I'll land on my next turn. I'm confused.
Okay, 17 damage on landing. Maybe mark it now, but then it happens next turn.
Yeah, I'll just mark it. It's fine.
You are airborne, coming down hard like a meteorite. You're doing the Hulk landing. Long.
Jump off my kink and do like a tumble roll on the ground. Wait, do I need to roll acrobatics or something for that?
Yes, spider.
Dismounting is usually like half your movement, but doesn't require any
Oh.
rolls.
For my action, I can dash though, so I can double my.
Because I wanted to
speed.
jump over the wire thing. That's why.
Oh yeah, you have to make a dex save just to get out of the wire without taking damage. That's sort of a freebie. It's just a saving throw. It's not part of your action.
Well, the kink's not moving out of the wire. I'm just trying to jump over, like, the wire by leaping off my kink.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's like webs that crisscross all throughout here. So if you're trying to get in front of it, you do have to make the save.
Okay.
Ninja, I have 90 feet of movement
Damn.
because I'm gonna dash as my action.
10.
It makes my jump.
That's for the kink.
So
I
I
have
had to go
+1.
50 down and 66 across. I'm confused.
The webs are only here, right? Or do you say they're like all
Still
around?
be up.
They go up and down a lot, but they're mostly in a line there. Crossing the line requires a save.
I'll just say I land there.
For me, it's 11.
Start my turn.
What's the DC? Did I pass with an 11?
Nah. Probably 15.
So do I take damage or I just get stuck there? What?
You don't take as much damage as you would running into it by accident, but you do still take 8 damage. You cut yourself a little bit getting out of it, but you get past.
Damage. And then I will transform into a big ant.
Metamorphosis.
Could he transform himself into a crystal spider?
I don't know, what's the CR on it?
20.
Okay, never mind. I can't.
No, you can turn into the little ones for sure.
Okay. I will move 10 more feet forward, and I will roll my multi-attack to bite at it, its legs. Oh, it's a net one. Ooh. sense to me.
You try to bite it with all of your might. And what happens is you lose your footing. You fall head first. You land prone. Oh, unfortunate. Roll a con save, DC 15. If you fail, you'll take damage and be knocked unconscious.
My con as an ant is +2. Ooh, wait. The fuck? That's cocked. Okay, whatever. 6.
Shite.
That's
Okay,
bad.
so you split your head for 10 bludgeoning damage, and you're knocked unconscious for the next minute.
Shit! 10 bludgeoning damage?
Yeah.
Alright. 35. Look at my dice, it's so cocked!
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So if he takes damage while he's unconscious, does that wake him up though?
Possibly.
I hope so.
Right. Oh, that was my movement, bonus action, so turn's over. Or, oh no, Orin's gone. Wait, Skylar, are you here?
Yep.
Alright, it's your turn.
So I would like to, first of all, free my kink.
Okay, so you want to ride your kank out of this.
I think, well,
So in place of a dexterity save, I'll let you make an animal handling check to ride it carefully out of the webbing.
But the wire. That solves a problem for everyone.
Yeah, you can spend your turn cutting the wire so that it can't cut anything.
that's my plan then.
Okay, so you're just
I'm
gonna
jump off
go at it.
and take my bone scythe out and slice the wire. Do I need to roll any perception to locate the wire in the dark like this?
Let's
Or
see.
can I just look at my...
I'm gonna do some little black lines. So a section of the webbing is cleared out with a little bit of cutting. Cut, 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 cut. That'll free up your kank on subsequent turns. All right, what does Grimorn do?
My turn, huh? First one, cut the wire. Or cancer, I don't remember. I'm gonna fireball.
Big bada boom.
Yeah, since not too many friendlies are nearby, and there's 2 of these spiders here, these 2 here. I want to get them caught in the explosion.
All right.
They'll go like this and cover the X-sac and cover the webbings and all that stuff around it. Will trigger my fire ability too, so I look like I'm catching on fire practically. Get in golf as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I need my sheet. Sorry, I'm doing too many things at the same time.
All right, he's got a 22 on his dex save.
And you got 2 of the spiders in there.
No, that's with advantage on the queen. I haven't rolled for the regular one.
Yeah.
The regular one probably not going to be as lucky. Yeah, the regular one's going to fail it.
Wait a second. Gotta find my goddamn table. I'm gonna re-roll the ones and the twos.
What's your total?
14. So 32 plus 14, so 46 damage.
46 damage. A huge fireball erupts in a great explosion.
Now you'll be aware there's those smaller ones behind the rocks too.
Okay, so hang on. Before you say anything, something goes horribly wrong. So, the lesser crystal spider over here, you hit it with the edge of the fireball, and it was caught unaware, and it dies instantly. With a scree, it curls up into a ball. The queen spider, though, with the glint of intelligence in her insectoid face, she's going to wave a couple of her arms in front of her. And so, due to the reflective nature of her carapace and the way she positions her body, the fireball literally reflects off of her directly back at you, and a fireball goes off on your exact location as a normal fireball would, dealing the same damage that your fireball just did.
I'm gonna cancel it.
It's not exactly your fireball. Like, you can cancel your own fireball. This is a reflection fireball.
No, I'm gonna be using my ability.
Your ability. All right.
I'm using my ability to immune everything around me. So the kanks are not getting damage here from the fireball.
Okay.
Myself as well. And then other people that are away, like if Morg...
The
Morg is
20-foot
not-
radius?
If Saul or if Taurus are caught in it, they're gonna have resistance to fire.
It's 30 feet from you, so let's measure it out from the top down. You've got...
I'm not sure how it's gonna explode. If it's centered on me, like,
Yeah,
then
it
should
reflects
be,
directly to the caster. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 30 feet out
Well,
is here.
It should do a sphere around
What?
it. Then.
So what happened is Grimorn cast a fireball at the spider. The spider curled its body in a way that reflected the fireball directly back at Grimorn. So 30 feet from Grimorn is fireball. He uses his magic to protect the kanks.
But then if it explodes on me, it's gonna be 20 feet around me.
20?
It looks like it just barely hits Taurus.
I'm up in the air, 50 feet.
20 feet, right?
Okay, so yeah,
You're
because he's
super
still
down,
flying in the
Doc.
air, it doesn't hit him at all.
I haven't came down yet.
You'd still have resistance. So these kanks here are immune with me. But this kank would have resistance, and Saul would have resistance
All right.
if they're caught in the fireball.
So Soul fails to save, and he takes 23 damage.
Ball radius is 20 feet, right?
Around me.
Uh,
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That hurt.
If Saul is there,
Yeah,
though,
20
if Saul is closer to me, like there, he would be immune.
Nah, he's in the front of the kank, so he's like
Like
here.
I just don't know where he's standing. Like.
It's based on his original position, which was there.
And then Morg is actually not there. He's actually the ant.
yeah, I'm the...
Now, I think your wagon gets hit. So your wagon's on fire. You're probably going to want to do something about that right quick.
Intro flame.
Okay, so that all happened instantly. You cast your spell, and it came right back
wait a
at you.
second.
Poof.
No. Real quick, before you do that, Ninja.
Yeah.
Saul has the capacity of canceling a fireball with his amulet. He can
Hmm.
absorb it, no?
If only he was here.
Well,
He has the fire absorbing amulet.
yeah.
It's a passive. It can absorb the whole spell.
But he can
It
absorb a
charges the
fire,
amulet.
but there's an ability where he can cancel a fireball or something like that.
It's on the D&D sheet, I think.
Yeah, I don't know where it should be. Sure.
I know where it is. Hold on.
Is it the Amulet of Suppression?
Yeah.
It can negate the flames of a fireball in your own 5-foot square. When the item reaches 50 charges, it bursts. Alright, so he can protect himself from it. It gains 1 charge by
5 foot
consuming a
square.
flame of campfire size. This can be done as a bonus action or even a reaction. It can negate the flames of a fireball in a 5-foot square.
So the 5 foot square around him is negated.
Yep. I'll give him his health
Good.
back. He's protected.
We gotta use our tricks when we have them.
Cart's still on fire, but you know, at least we're
Yeah, no,
he's
I don't
not
want Sal
dead.
to die there. Yeah, so you gotta be careful there with that stupid creature.
It's cool. I'm falling with style around him, and I'm gonna fuck him up. I was gonna use my counter spell on him, but I don't know.
That's okay.
I didn't want to counterspell your fireball.
So this thing has some dangerous powers. That was a surprise. I guess it's going to be Orin's turn next after that. He's going to go stealth. Nat 20. Perfect stealth.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, you are here. Sorry. I'll let you do your own rolls.
So can I go ahead and attack the? So I'm gonna get the cank out of here, and then I want to go ahead and sneak attack the spider.
Oh, wait. We already did your turn. Out of order. It was Soul's turn. It was him that I was going to have stealth. So he has the nat 20 stealth. Stealth 20. And he's going to sneak around behind the kanks so that the spiders don't see him. So he's ducked down behind it here. And he'll say, hey, Orin, you got this handled, right? Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, I do have this handled.
Okay, so the Crystal Spider Queen is going to let out a tremendous ree. And... Alright, she lifts up 2 of her forelimbs and wiggles them about menacingly, and a blazing sun appears in the sky.
What?
She's used an ability at will. She has cast Daylight. Suddenly, you're cast into the brightness of a full day.
Thank you, spider.
Oh shit.
A full day means it's hot as fuck right now.
It's just light.
Right.
Alright, so suddenly cast into extreme brightness. The Daylight spell banishes any lower level darkness spell and casts the area into light.
It doesn't blind us though, right?
It doesn't blind you now. Alright, and then it's going to walk backwards and up the wall onto the top of this egg sack, sort of King of the Mountain style. It perches here.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you to take over my character. I'm falling out here.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate
Hope
it.
your
Good night,
hope your
guys.
son feels better, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think we got it. We got some nausea medicine, and I'm gonna go make sure everything's all kosher up there.
Take
Good
care,
night, guys.
man.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
This is good, the creature.
Yeah, the Crystal Spider Queen's pretty gnarly. It's highly intelligent, and it's got quite a few magical abilities. This is
Smart too.
not a dummy. This thing is a caster and a mastermind, and it definitely likes to entrap you in nasty traps and webs. At the same time that it does that backup and cast, this one way over here is going to go right up over the wall and around this cactus and down the backside here. It moves pretty quick as it goes up on vertical surfaces. and it's going to end its move right here.
That one's yours, Warren. Oh, he left.
All right, so what it's going to do is it points at Orin, and it wiggles its arms about, and it's going to align itself so that the light shining down from the daylight spell is focused through its translucent crystalline body, creating like a focused laser beam that it then projects towards Orin. Shit, I rolled a 7 on the attack roll. It's got +5. A 12 does not hit Orin, so Orin,
Yeah.
moving at light speed, dodges the laser beam. The other spider's dead, so then it goes to Ringsight, who is also not here. He is going to guide with his hips and have Omen fly down close to the creature so he can get in there and make some kind of useful attack.
He wouldn't do like a psychic attack from far. I feel like he would if it's a strong monster like that, he would go up in the air and try to shoot with his crossbow, or do a ranged attack.
His typical MO is to cast a spell. So he guides this thing in to cast a spell at it.
We need some physical damage on that thing.
Trust me, I'm
That
gonna catch it.
That fireball getting reflected might be a clue to him that magic might not be the strongest move here.
It depends on the type of magic, though. If you can modify his like environment around it.
I'm looking at his sheet for what he can do. How does True Strike work? You you cast it and then you attack the next turn with the bonus?
Huh?
True Strike. You extend your hand to a point, to a target in range. Brief Insight. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided the spell hasn't ended. It's concentration for 1 round. So he's going to cast True Strike and get his weapon ready for an attack. But he doesn't get close enough for him to hit it or it to hit him. He's just within striking distance for next turn. So that's Ringsight's move. That means it goes back to the top. Taurus.
I land on the ground.
With a heavy thud, you strike the ground. Dust goes everywhere. You can see
Alrighty.
poor Long in his ant form. Morg is laid out.
I yelled to the group, I think that thing's magical. Be careful. And when I land and I hit the ground, I rage. I took some damage. I'll rage.
If I wasn't conscious and human, I'd be yelling at you. I'd be like, "That's what your 20 intellect tells you, shit."
Wait, can I? Since I haven't hit the ground yet, can I rage and then have my damage I take?
Yep.
Since it's bludgeoning.
True. So you'd only take like 9 damage from it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Wait, what do you mean?
I like
You were
it.
midair? The fuck?
Yeah, I was in midair.
How'd you
But I can't-
not land in 6 seconds from jumping off a cliff?
The distance of his jump was greater than the amount of movement he had during his turn, so it carried over into the next turn. He was midair during the turn.
That's crazy.
I jumped down 50 feet and across 66 feet. and I only have 90 feet.
You just
Per
wily coyote for 6 seconds.
Oh no, I just had a bunch of hang time, you know. Anyways, I landed, raged up while I was landing. So now I have 20 feet plus my 45 feet of movement. So this is my 20. Can I do the? So that's another 20. And he's too high, isn't he? Does he climb this thing?
It's sitting atop a 20-foot pillar.
I need a little figurine.
But if so, hold on.
Figurine of what?
20,
A salamander.
40. So that's 60. I got another 5 feet. If I'm under him right here on this, I have reach. Can I hit him? Or, sorry.
I guess. Okay.
If I'm here, can I hit him with reach?
Sure.
Okay. So from the height of the egg sac, I reach up and hit at the crystal spider queen with one attack. I'm gonna actually reckless attack on that one, just to make sure that I hit him. Fucking nat 20. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him for a nat 20, 32 to hit. Do my booming blade, and then double my hit dice. And I'm gonna hit him for 52 damage.
Ouch.
And let me re-roll one of those twos. Oh, that's 8. So 58 damage for the first attack. And he's crushed, if that lands. So crush. Oh wait, I have a brutal critical. Shit. I haven't hit a critical in a long time, but my brutal critical went up. I get to roll one additional weapon damage die when determining the extra damage for a crit with a melee attack. So I get another d8. Holy shit. This is fun. Another 8 damage. Oh shit. So 66 damage.
Nice.
And he has booming blade on him.
Yeah.
And hold on. Sorry, some of that was 9 points of that was radiant damage, by the way.
Radiant damage. You don't say.
This was bludgeoning.
Nah, it doesn't seem to factor into the damage that was done. No effect from radiant.
The rest was bludgeoning. And since I hit him with Crusher, once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet. Okay, so is he a size larger than me?
It is a huge creature, so I think so.
Yeah. So, provided the target is no more than one size larger than you, so I can knock him off that perch.
It's got spider climb, so you can move it, but it would still be standing.
Okay. Well, then it doesn't matter. And since I scored a critical hit that dealt bludgeoning damage, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage from everybody until the start of your next turn.
Oh boy.
So everyone has advantage on him.
Powerful.
Crushed. And I'll do my second attack. Regular. Well, I'm already reckless, so I'll just do it recklessly as well. 25 to hit.
Hmm. 25 to hit. Yeah, I think that hits.
All right, and I will hit for. Oh, that's actually 26 to hit because I have double advantage. And that's 27 more damage.
All right.
So 66 and 27 to this guy. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, having done 93 damage to the huge crystal spider queen, it's going to be Morg's turn. Morg, you are reeling from your gaping head wound. Your brain matter jiggles around in your ant skull. Nobody jostled you or
Besides
did
ant skull.
damage.
Do I roll a con save? Wake up?
No, you're just unconscious. Somebody really needs to come and do like something to you to wake you up, or maybe getting hit would wake you up. But so far, you sleep peacefully, and then it goes to Orin.
Okay.
Orin is going to
Center.
cross the line over here. Wait, was he mounted? No, he got
No,
down and
he's
he
off
cut
the
off.
mount.
He cut his way off the kink. So he's gonna go over here. He's just gonna make 2 attacks with his daggers. Pew pew! Daggers lash out. One of them's a miss, but the other one hits. He manages to do 7 psychic damage. And then after Orin, Gramorn, what do you do?
I will summon a salamander in front of this thing. Oops. Oh shit, I went inside.
Yeah. He crawls inside the spider's egg sac and lives there.
Gotta be careful with it. And I will order the salamander to attack the spider.
All right.
But I don't know. I don't think he has an attack round this turn. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it there. Also, I'm gonna yell at Saul, and I'm gonna tell him, "Come and absorb these flames on the cart with your medallion."
Yeah. All right. He does that during his turn. He runs over there and
That's
uses
good.
the Amulet
Give
of
him a mix.
Suppression to soak up a little bit of flame.
And I'll give him like a charge maybe.
Yep, it gives him a charge out of the 50. I've got it marked on his card.
So you see a large creature, like a large salamander, pop up next to you, looking viciously at the spider. Toward-
Horace? You said me?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's what you see. You see this like creature coming out of the soil, out of the ground. It's a large creature. It's a salamander, and it looks like it's about to want to kill the spider. But that would be the end of my round there.
Okay. I think the last thing we're going to do tonight will be the Crystal Spider's turn. Now, the Crystal Spider will rear up, mighty and impressive, and it is going to cast a 7th level Scorching Ray. He shoots 8 rays, and they're all aimed at Taurus. So it's going to be 8 attacks with plus 12 to hit. What's your AC there, Taurus?
21.
21 minus 12. So I need a 9 or better to hit you?
What's the wisdom on that thing?
Alright, so how many of these are 9 or better? Pew 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 pew! Five of those will hit, one of them's a crit, so I'm going to count that as 6. So that's 6 times 2d6.
Is it a save?
No, attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so having raised its arms into the air and waved them around to focus the beam of sunlight that it's created in the previous turn, it shoots all of these beams of heat, all 8 rays, focus down in on Taurus, and they do a whopping 42 points of fire damage.
And now, I guess that's the opportunity to use my colossal endurance.
All right, so you're going to cut that down to 21.
22.
Man, do that on the salamander next time.
Taurus is the obvious threat that's right in front of it, so it focused the beam on him to keep him at bay. That's a powerful 7th level spell. That's like hardcore. It's throwing some bangers at you.
What's the wisdom on that thing, Ninja?
22.
Yeah. Figure. Like plus 12?
Yeah, plus 12 to hit with spell attacks.
Yeah, I don't even have that. Even with magical items.
CR20 critters, they are very, very nasty.
Yeah, I guess they have the upper level stuff. Yeah.
I think you're going to have it, though. It's not that tough. It's got some really nasty attacks, but it's just one creature, so you guys have pretty much got the ability to gang up on it. But we've hit midnight. We've lost a couple players. I think that is a good spot to call it quits for now. We can pick up where we left off next week, and it's going to be Ring Sight starting it, and then everybody else will finish it off. Man, if this thing lasts...
stay unconscious.
If this thing lasts one more turn, I'll be impressed. And I do hope one of you will wake up Morg from his unfortunate slumber.
I didn't know if like casting something like healing word would work on him.
Yeah, heal his head wound. That might work.
Yeah, because that's what I would have tried as a bonus action when I cast the salamander, but I just don't know if it would help him recover.
Yeah, usually magical healing is pretty good at getting people up and out. It picks people up when they're unconscious from like death.
I'll give it a try maybe. Ninja, I'll just have to wake you up though. On the next episode.
Something. There's definitely some difficult monsters out in the deep deserts. This is like 3 encounters in one day.
That's it.
Apparently in 5e, they're kind of expecting you to have multiple encounters like that per day. To really test your resources and make you use them up.
Crystal.
All right, table's packed.
That's it.
Thanks for watching out there in Twitchland.